till today, they continue showing bad to worst, baddest, showing us that with our lives don't matter to them. Our lives never matter to Nigeria. Biafran life doesn't matter. They continue showing us, look at, since 1970, what excuse has Nigeria? They talk about 3R, rehabilitation, reinstatement, or the 3R. What have they done in our land? Just, you take stock. That is why this agitation. We are always taken as third-class citizen, third class. That is why we are doing what we are doing. And we will never stop. I say, we shall never stop. Look at their shenanigan they call election. Once we have a candidate, though we don't care about the election, but we must talk about it. All hell broke loose. They attack it as a Igbo man. It's as if there is a stigma that is following an Igbo man. We have no seaport in our land. We have no airport, international airport. They channel us that we must move out of our villages, out of our communities, out of Biafra land, in order to survive. Because if you are importing or even exporting goods, you must go outside Biafra land. Whereas we should have international airports. We have natural seaports everywhere. Natural. But because of wickedness. You know, I've been saying this. Germany, you are enjoying today. You know, you want to travel. Germany is the largest European economy. Germany, you are seeing today. But Germany started a devastating war in Europe. Germany, you are seeing today. I want to tell you how wicked, evil black people are against themselves. So, because what we are saying, what we always preach here is enlightenment, sanitization of our way of thinking. Our way of thinking, it matters a lot. That is number one criteria to advancement and development. Germany, you are seeing today, in 1939, Germany started a very big war of conquest of the whole of Europe. Do you understand? Germany. They virtually destroyed all European countries. They took France, they ran over France, Poland, almost all the Western European countries. They entered Russia. Millions of people perished in that war for nothing, just for fantasy. 1939 to 1945. But they were finally defeated by the Allied forces of Russia, America, and others. They were finally defeated. They didn't try to kill or annihilate all Germans. I want you to understand what enlighten the mindset can do, the way they reason. They think about the future. Not only today. Not vendetta. Do you understand me? Germany was defeated in 1945. Germany was occupied by Russia, America, Canada, name them, France, England, that is United Kingdom. With that annoyance of what Germany did to them, Many of them clamored for Germany to be destroyed. What I mean destruction, to be assimilated to other countries, so that there will be nothing like Germanness again. Listen attentively. There will be nothing like, oh, I'm a German. You know, their country, their land will be occupied, and many of their people will be expelled, forced to expel. And the people, you know, Germans will be prohibited from speaking Germany or German language. So that those that are assimilated in Poland will now become Polish people. They will forget their language. That was the original plan, because of the annoyance of what Germany did to them. But let me tell you, they thought, they reasoned critically. I'm telling you about the Europeans, about white people, how they behave. They reasoned. When you watch documentaries like this, you will see how they reasoned critically. They started saying, okay, we defeated them, we can conquer them now, because defeat is different from conquest. They defeated us in 1970, but they never conquered us. Now they set on to conquer us, final conquest from 1970 to today. That is the conquest. It is a process. Conquest is not done in a day. Now, that was what they wanted to do Germany. So that today you will not see any person answering a German after the war. But they said no. Yes, we have the power, we can do them now because of the annoyance. But if we try to do what is in our mind, in the next 70 years, 80 years, 100 years, these people, they will understand what happened. They will now become victims. They will now feel like they are victims. And it will not augur well for the whole of Europe. Because they will become problem all over Europe. And there will be no peace in Europe. Do you see how they reason? They calculated. They didn't say, okay, do you see the way Gowon and Obasanjo and all of them set on to conquer Biafra land? Blindly, that raw hatred of black people, the raw hatred, the wicked, that emotional hatred, it blinds them not to calculate the future. That is the difference between the black people and the Caucasians. That is the truth. Whether here we say the bitter truth. Black people are always blinded by emotion, sentiment. No, let's clear all of them. No, Biafrans, they want, let us kill them. Let us deal with them. No development in their land. They didn't calculate the effects it will have to the upcoming generation. They didn't calculate that if they allow Biafra reinstated properly, given their rights in Nigeria, to develop their potential, it will be to the advantage of everybody. They didn't calculate that because their wickedness, their evil-minded thinking, their emotional wickedness blinds everything about their sense of reasoning. Unlike the white people, they will face, but after they reason, they say no. Let us critically analyze the situation. If we start conquering the Germans from 1945, dealing with them, we can do it. We can do it now, but in the future, it will become a problem in Europe, if not even all over the world, because their children will now start understanding what happened to them, how they were treated, and they will never be happy. It will become a problem everywhere. So it's better we direct Germany, help Germany to turn a new leaf and develop their potential so that everybody will be happy. Is it not what is happening today? Is it not what is happening today? Germany is the powerhouse of European industrialization. Industrial hub, economic hub is Germany. Do you know that? What they did after the Second World War, what the Allied forces, the Europeans did, the whole of their colonies, German colonies in Africa and in Asia, every other part of the world, in the Americas, they now say, okay, for this, let us just punish them, so that the only punishment we give them, serious punishment, is that their colonies, we are going to divide it among ourselves. That is why their colony in Africa, they divide it. Some part of just hold on. Some part of German colonies were divided between Ghana and the Togo you are seeing today. Do you understand that? Togo was German colony. Also Cameroon you are seeing. They were divided, they were separated, some in Nigeria, some in Cameroon. So they virtually divided their colonies between England and France. And even Spain, all of them, Portugal, all of them. That is the only thing they did. They are spoiled. Their colonies in Africa, they denied them. That is why Germany have no other colonized territory in any place around the world. But they set on to develop, to unleash their potential. Today, not only Europe is enjoying Germany, America also, even the whole world. You can proudly now go and work in Germany. That is what people, think tanks at the early time. That is what think tanks, they reasoned. People that think critically, or that thought critically at that early time. Had it been they set vendetta, to venge the same way Gowon and the monkeys do in Africa. Gowon, because of hatred of Biafrans, after the war, he destroyed the Biafra research and production. Something that would have made Africa a hub, Nigeria industrial hub, even manufacturing war weapons, missiles, advanced technological weapons, even aircrafts. Because of the hatred, no, they don't calculate that their hatred, and that is what is happening to today. Kill Igbo man, every Igbo man, kill him. That hatred is still there. That type of Luciferian hatred, devilish hatred, that makes them, no, you cannot, no success. Let everybody be a quagmire. Instead, they'll be looting. You enter, you start looting. No advancement. Gowon burnt the whole blueprint of Biafra invasion. Something that would have catapulted Nigeria today to be number one in Africa. By now, Nigeria would have been sending home-built spacecraft into space. But because of hatred, that animalistic hatred, they don't think. A very primitive wickedness. There is a wickedness that is highly primitive. That is what is exhibited by the caliphate. They don't care. They even look. Anyway, Chukwuoke Abiyama knows that we shouldn't be part of Nigeria. That is what makes them not to even admit anything. Because maybe it would have been even worse after building everything for them. They will take over everything. So it's better what is happening. Gowon burnt down the research and developed a blueprint. Flying Ogbunigwe. Advanced Ogbunigwe that should be built. That because of the abrupt end of the war, it was not constructed. Even a craft, war jet fighters that were in the offing, in blueprint to be built. Which had it been, since that time, had it been, it is people that are civilized and accepted this, they will put Biafran scientists at work, finance them. By now, Nigeria would have been building jet fighters, advanced jet fighters. You understand? Do you know that after the Second World War, the German scientists, there was a hustling, scrambling for German scientists by those that defeated them. If it is Nigeria, you know what? They will be killing them. They will be shooting them, kill them, shoot them. People that very stark primates, primitive Neanderthals, they don't understand what they are destroying. But America, Russia, all of them, England, France, they started scrambling for Russian scientists. German scientists. Do you understand? Those that they were able that ran away and hid themselves. After everything, privately, they started contacting other countries, started searching for them. That was the reason why in the 50s, I think one missile scientist, German missile scientist, was contacted and taken to Egypt. He worked for Egypt to develop some missiles for Egypt. But the Mossad sabotaged him. That is a story for another day. The Mossad sabotaged him. They sabotaged the whole project. The Israeli secret service. He was a German that started developing intercontinental missiles, some dangerous equipment, war equipment that time in the 50s, that could be able to be used against Israel. The Mossad sabotaged it. And they frustrated the man. And later, I think they kidnapped the man even in Germany, when he returned to Germany. They did away with him. You understand me? So, today, Germany is working. Today, Germany is advancing. It's an advanced country. The era of war has gone. They are now working and everything is okay. And also, Europeans, they are contributing their quota to the world economy, world industry, everything. That is how Nigeria could have been today. I'm talking about Nigeria. Had it been they treated Biafrans well and allowed Biafrans to unleash their potential, their full potential. But after the war, they went into vendetta for a war they brought to us. Till today, they are talking tough. For you to understand the difference in mentality between black people and the Caucasians. The mentality, there is a huge gap. They don't think about tomorrow. Oh, all these things we are doing, what about tomorrow? No. Kill that thing. Don't worry, even if he is the source of a light. Destroy it so that everybody, everywhere will be darkness. That is the mentality of Nigerians. The caliphate. Very evil, primate, primitive mentality. We must continue. There is a news that I want to just read. One news where is a news of today's news. Is the IGP, the Nigerian Inspector General of Police, Baba Mohammed, He said, don't threaten integrity of Nigeria. IGP warns IPOB ESN. Do you see that? Now I want to ask the integrity of Nigeria. What is the integrity of Nigeria? I want to ask. Sorry, not is not the is it Inspector General of Police? But here, the body of the Nigerian news, you cannot even everything jaga jaga. The headline is, don't threaten integrity of Nigeria. IGP warns IPOB ESN. And the photo there is Baba Mohammed. Okay. No, Al-Kali. Baba Mohammed, I think. But when you come to the body of the letter, body of the news, you know what they write? Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya has warned the members of that neither IPOB, ESN, nor any other group or groups or individuals should threaten the integrity of the nation as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, whether it's the chief of army staff, Farouk Yahya, or the IGP, Inspector General of Police, Al-Kali Baba, Osman, it's the same thing. Anyway, they are warning. Now I want to understand what is the territorial integrity of Nigeria. It's a big question. I have been asking this question, which I never get. Is it a territory, integrity of a country that has not been defined? Where is it governor of Bauchi State? Is it Baba Mohammed? Where he said that every Fulani is a Nigerian, that they are bringing them in, using Nigeria resources, paying them, doing everything. They are to make Nigeria a Fulani territory. Is it that integrity? Or is it the one that in the news of August 25th, 2022, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Rabo, where he said he made the revelation that 137 borders in Nigeria are unguarded, says Irabo. Go and go. Is in the news of August 25th, 2022, last year. Irabo said this on Thursday while delivering a lecture on security, defense, and development in Nigeria at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, NII, in Lagos. Irabo said that the porous borders accounted for the easy access of terrorists from neighboring countries into Nigeria to wreak mayhem. Now, where is the integrity of Nigeria? That is a question that people should ask themselves. Where is the territorial integrity of Nigeria? When, more than half of the Nigerian border, northern borders, they are porous. It's not guarded. And they did it so. So, are you telling me that, okay, do you have control when you build a house, your house? You open the house, you open the windows, open the doors, the gate, main gate, everything. Leave it. And you feel safe that you have a house. Know that you are in control. You build a house in Lagos. And all the doors are open. Always open 24/7. Snake can enter. Scorpion can enter. Armed robbers have easy access. Are you telling me that you are in control of that house? Can you sleep in that house and close your eyes? Where everything is open. The windows are open. Anybody can jump in. The main gates are open. The doors are open. That house, does it have integrity? Criminals will enter there and start smoking. If they see television there, they pieces it or they remove it and go their way. And you are telling me that the house has integrity. That is how Nigeria is. And these useless people, they are saying Nigeria, ESN, IPOB should not threaten the integrity of Nigeria. Tell me what integrity where a country where 137 border posts, border points are not manned, are not guarded, not even manned, not guarded. So people enter, they can hurry, enter and do anything and come out, get out as they want. Sometimes I say, no, Nigerians don't think. They don't reason. They don't reason. That is why what is happening is happening. That is why everything in Nigeria is upside down, because Nigerians don't think critically. If people start reasoning critically in Nigeria, they will rise up. They don't need people to tell them anything. Revolution is what is going to solve everything. They will rise up and go and slaughter, kill every politician. They will slaughter them and take over what belongs to them. How can you talk about integrity, a country integrity, without manning, without guiding the borders? How do you mean? As I said, you build houses, you build a house, very big house, nice house with properties inside. Now the doors are open. The back door is open, the front door is open, some windows are open. Anybody can enter, no security. And are you going to feel that you have that house have integrity? Is it what you are telling me, that the house has integrity? Is that what you are going to tell me? The answer is no. So Nigeria has no territorial integrity. Anybody, terrorists, they can enter at will. That is how Nigeria is programmed. It's a no man's business. Do you understand me? It's a no man's business. Let me just hold on. I will go regulate something at the background before I come back. Please. What I'm trying to say is that Nigeria has no territorial integrity. Nigeria has no single territorial integrity. So they should stop this nonsense of territorial integrity. They should stop it. Nigeria has nothing like that. Just, I will be right back, as I want to let something. I will be right back, please. They are contributing their quota to the world economy, world industry, everything. That is how Nigeria could have been today. I'm talking about Nigeria. Had it been they treated Biafrans well and allowed Biafrans to unleash their potential, their full potential. But after the war, they went into vendetta for a war they brought to us. Till today, they are talking tough. For you to understand the difference in mentality between black people and the Caucasians. The mentality, there is a huge gap. They don't think about tomorrow. Oh, what these things we are doing, what about tomorrow? No. Kill that thing. Don't worry, even if he is the source of a light. Destroy it so that everybody, everywhere will be darkness. That is the mentality of Nigerians. The caliphate. Very evil, primate, primitive mentality. We must continue. There is a news that I want to just read. One news where is a news of today's news is the IGP, the Nigerian Inspector General of Police, Baba Mohammed. He said, don't threaten integrity of Nigeria. IGP warns IPOB ESN. Do you see that? Now I want to ask the integrity of Nigeria. What is the integrity of Nigeria? I want to ask. Sorry, is not the is it Inspector General of Police? But here, the body of the Nigerian news, you cannot even everything jaga jaga. The headline is don't threaten the integrity of Nigeria. IGP wants IPOB ESN. And the photo there is Baba Mohammed. Okay. And no, Al-Kali. Baba Mohammed, I think. But when you come to the body of the letter, body of the news, you know what they write? Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya has warned the members of that neither IPOB, ESN, nor any other group or groups or individuals should threaten the integrity of the nation as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, whether it's the chief of army staff Farouk Yahya or the IGP, Inspector General of Police Al-Kali Baba Osman, it's the same thing. Anyway, they are warning. Now I want to understand what is the territorial integrity of Nigeria. It's a big question. You know, I have been asking this question, which I never get. Is it a territory, integrity of a country that has not been defined? Where is it governor of Bauchi State? Is it Baba Mohammed? Where he said that every Fulani is a Nigerian, that they are bringing them in, using Nigeria resources, paying them, doing everything. They are to make Nigeria a Fulani territory. Is it that integrity, or is it the one that in the news of August 25th, 2022, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Irabo, where he said he made the revelation that 137 borders in Nigeria are unguarded, says Irabo. Go and go. It's in the news of August 25th, 2022, last year. You know, Irabo said this on Thursday while delivering a lecture on security, defense, and development in Nigeria at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs (NII) in Lagos. Irabo said that the porous borders accounted for the easy access of terrorists from neighboring countries into Nigeria to wreak mayhem. Now, where is the integrity of Nigeria? That is a question that people should ask themselves. Where is the territorial integrity of Nigeria? When, more than half of the Nigerian border, northern borders, they are porous. It's not guarded. And they did it so. So, are you telling me that, okay, do you have control when you build a house, your house? You open the house, you open the windows, open the doors, the gate, main gate, everything. Leave it. And you feel safe that you have a house. Know that you are in control. You build a house in Lagos. And all the doors are open. Always open 24/7. Snake can enter. Scorpion can enter. Armed robbers have easy access. Are you telling me that you are in control of that house? Can you sleep in that house and close your eyes? Where everything is open. The windows are open. Anybody can jump in. The main gates are open. The doors are open. That house, does it have integrity? Criminals will enter there and start smoking. If they see television there, they pieces it or they remove it and go their way. And you are telling me that the house has integrity. That is how Nigeria is. And these useless people, they are saying Nigeria, ESN, IPOB should not threaten the integrity of Nigeria. Tell me what integrity, where a country where 137 border posts, border points are not manned, are not guarded, not even manned, not guarded. So people enter, Dick and Harry enter and do anything and come out, get out as they want. Sometimes I say no, Nigerians don't think. They don't reason. They don't reason. That is why what is happening is happening. That is why everything in Nigeria is upside down, because Nigerians don't think critically. If people start reasoning critically in Nigeria, they will rise up. They don't need people to tell them anything. Revolution is what is going to solve everything. They will rise up and go and slaughter, kill every politician. They will slaughter them and take over what belongs to them. How can you talk about integrity, a country integrity, without without guiding the borders? How do you mean? As I said, you build the houses, you build a house, very big house, nice house with properties inside. Now the doors are open, the back door is open, the front door is open, some windows are open, anybody can enter, no security. And are you going to feel that you have that house have integrity?
My name remains Mars from Olo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. As I said, I will be joined by Mars Chinasa Nworu in no distant time, so that we continue. Maybe today, because there are many things to be talked about, maybe today there might be no opening the lines, please, for your information. And on Thursday, listen, you can see it in my timeline, Facebook timeline, Jonas Raphael. On Thursday by 3 p.m. Biafra time, I will be having an interaction hosted by Maazi Alozie with Maazi Donald. Dr. Donald, please. You know, let me tell you, we are Biafrans. What we are doing is nothing personal. That is why when I see some people going personal, I say, what is all? These are misunderstanding issues. It's not personal. Maazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted this, that superior argument reigns. We can be able to debate, to talk to ourselves. It is advancement in mentality. When you can bring down your ego and sit down with your brother or your foe or your opponent and say, okay, let us hold a debate. Let us discuss. It is a part of advancement in civilization. Do you know that? So, by 3 p.m. Biafra time, Maazi Alozie will be hosting us in his platform, so that we listen, and I believe that lines will be opened after our interactions in a civilized manner, so that we talk about issues and people will listen all over the world. That is why we are peculiar. We are trying to imbibe on things that you cannot have in other African nations, African countries. We are trying to bring up a mentality that is different, so that we can be speaking. It doesn't matter how you hate somebody or how you, for the sake of the goal that we have, for the sake of our collectivity, we will sit down and talk to each other and make debates, instead of people taking things personal. No, I'm not part of it, because it's not personal. What binds us together is our nation, because all of us are suffering it. As a Biafran, be you a billionaire, be you a politician, all we are suffering the same thing. After all, there are poor people everywhere in the world. In America, there are poor people. It doesn't matter. People sleep. You see people sleeping on the streets. Do a little percentage. So, but the collective interest, the collectivity is what matters. That is what we do. So, join us by Thursday, 3 p.m. Biafra time. We shall be here on this hallowed platform under Maazi Alozie. He will be the anchor. Yes. So please inform your friends and well-wishers, everybody you could. We don't need to fight ourselves. No. Superior argument is what we are seeking. All of us, we are learning. No person is perfect. That is it.
Therefore, I was talking before. Let me see whether I have another news headline. You see how they massacred us in Aba. Okay, there is one news headline. April 2nd, that was yesterday's news. Dismissed senior police officer Osondo Christian calls on Tinubu Atiku Obi for intervention as Nigerian police boss disobeys court order. Do you see? Nigeria is fond of disobeying court order. It's not only. Do you see why we fight injustice? Do you see why during our leader he fought for even El Zakzaki? He fought for Boko Haram suspects that we are illegally detained, because for a country should not be behaving like terrorists. A country should have a responsibility. It should be responsible. Do you understand? That is why it's a country, and that is why a country is enjoying the United Nations Sovereignty Charter. But when you are acting like a rogue, you don't have you disobey court orders, which means you shouldn't be called a responsible country. You should be blacklisted as a banana republic, and that is what Nigeria is. That is why we see anywhere we see injustice, we fight it. Even if that injustice is against our enemies, we fight the injustice. It doesn't matter the victim. That is one thing Nigerians are. I was horribly. What happened in Aba a few days back, where the Nigerian military butchered our people cold-bloodedly, shooting on people that we are protesting peacefully, singing songs, peacefully without arms. Now, Nigerian military opened the fire in a city like Aba, killing people, children, women, men and women, children, all indiscriminately. Now, I saw somebody. The person has Igbo name in the comment section in one of all those posts. He was saying yes, he serves them good. This Biafra people. Even the person has Igbo name. I don't know whether it's really Igbo or any tribe. It doesn't matter. But he's a human being. I said, but I commented. I replied the guy. I said, but are you a human being at all? This is a typical Nigerian mentality. When there is injustice against any person, they start looking at the victim to check the victim first, whether it's an Igbo man, whether they don't look at the injustice being meted on the person. No, what matters to them is they want to stigmatize the person. They want to weigh the person in a balance. Oh, is he an Igbo man? If I say it serves him good, they kill them. But the problem is, it's an injustice. Our leader in 2015, he saw some Boko Haram suspects that were there incommunicado in the DSS dungeon or Kuje prison. They are not tried for 3 years plus or 4 years. He said, no, this is an injustice. I don't care whether they are Boko Haram or not. That is not the problem. The problem is the injustice they are suffering. Under the Nigeria law, normally, you have to check. If they say, okay, they are convicted and given life sentence, no problem. If they say, okay, they are sentenced to death, it's the Nigerian law, okay, no problem. But being there incommunicado, no person, they complain to our leader, because our leader say these are children. They used to help him to even wash his clothes and do things, run calls in the prison there. So they complained to him. What did you do? He said, no, since how many years? They say we are Boko Haram, no trial, we never meet any. Even our parents didn't know, they thought that we are dead. He said, no, this is injustice. In the Nigerian mentality, the Nigerian context, they will start saying, oh, it serves you good. You are Boko Haram. So as long as you are being called the Boko Haram, no wahala, stay there, it's good for you. That is the Nigerian context mentality, you know. But our leader, being a Biafran, we think differently. He said, no, injustice to one is injustice to all. You know, it's not good. If Nigeria is a responsible government, they should try these people. If they find them guilty, let there be rule of law. Because a country should be built on rule of law, laws and order. Law and order. Not you, as a government, you do anything you want that you are a government. But Nigerians, they have horrible mentality. Oh, they slaughtered our people in Aba. Say, it served them good. For what reason? These are people that are going on, on peaceful protests. Look at Boko Haram. They are reinstating them. Nigeria has huge problems mentally. That is why everybody is suffering it, because the way they reason is fundamentally flawed. Without taking much time, which we have taken already, I'm bringing in Maazi Chinasa Nworu. Maazi Chinasa Nworu, you are welcome to the program. I'm now joined by Maazi Chinasa Nworu. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, Maazi Chinedu. Good evening. I can hear you very clearly.
There were welcome to the program.
Yes, there were.
Please proceed directly to your opening. Proceed directly to your opening remarks before we continue, because there are many things to discuss today.
Maazi Chinedu, thank you so much. Biafrans and all the
I hope you are hearing me clear, because it seems it takes time before replying. I hope you can hear me clear.
No, I can hear you clearly, Maazi.
Okay.
I can.
Okay, go on. The whole world is listening.
Yeah. Maazi Chinedu, good evening. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Maazi Chinasa Nworu. Maazi Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State, and I come from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. Before we start our topic this evening, it's unfortunate I'm supposed to be here on Friday, but we could not. I could not make it. But today, Monday, I am here to continue to preach the gospel, to continue to inform our people, to direct our people, to clarify certain misinformations, and make sure that our people are in the right track. But before we move forward, Maazi Chinedu, I want us to have a 2-minute silence in honor of those that were massacred on Friday by the Nigerian military forces in Aba, those that were conducting a peaceful protest for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I would like every Biafran, wherever you are right now, if you're a man and you're wearing a cap, if you're a woman, please, wherever you are, you can stand up wherever you are in honor, in as much we are not seeing you, but you know you believe in the freedom, you respect our people that have died in this struggle, and in the respect of those who were murdered in cold blood on Friday in Aba province. I ask everyone to stand up wherever you are in honor of those they killed, and that we will be on a silent for 2 minutes before we start this program. Maazi, the 2 minutes start now. Just hold on a few minutes. May the soul of all those who have fallen for the sake of the Biafran restoration, may their soul rest in perfect peace. You say, Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much for giving us this 2 minutes silence. Mazi, today we have a lot of topics we are going to touch, and I will hand you as the radio host so that we can kickstart. You said you have some issues before we go to our major topics. So please.
Yes.
The mic is back to you.
Yes. You know, the hot issue now is the loss of life we encountered in Abia State. So there are many questions that are being asked. How was this organized? What happened? What really happened? When we understand that Nigeria they don't have any heart. Nigeria, in other countries, in Israel, they have been having protests for over 1 month. Nobody have been shot or killed. In France, they had violent protests. They burn houses, they burn cars, they destroy things. You never heard about any casualty. Instead, they use tear gas or rubber bullets. But in Nigeria, is an animal kingdom. Serengeti is better than Nigeria. They shoot our people like game. So the question there, people have been asking, even inboxes, what really happened? Why are people allowed to go to this type of protests, whereas we know how rascal Nigeria is? And what is to be done in order to avenge? Because everybody is crying for vengeance. Mazi, please go on.
Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much. Mazi, the IPOB leadership, we know we take responsibility of everything that happens. Whether we are the cause, whether we are not the cause. That is the life of a leader. Just like when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, people heap blames on the IPOB leadership. The question you just asked now, this is the question that has been coming even to us since Friday. We have been on this topic. Mazi, I have come on Radio Biafra on many occasions. When people ask questions, let's start protesting Biafra land, we will tell them, no, let's concentrate on the protest in diaspora. Yes, there are pockets of protest that have happened in Biafra land. But before the election, due to the plans we knew, the intelligence in our disposal, before the election, we instructed the people in Biafra land to suspend every protest in Biafra land. I'm not going to blame any one of them, irrespective of anything, because they came out to protest for the leader. This is how it is hot in their hearts. They want to show their own impact. But what we are saying is this: as long as leadership is involved, as long as this is IPOB, people should not do things based on their own understanding or that they know it all. I think on half the people will say, you understanding me? They know it all. They feel, because the leadership don't come to make noise, but people can see there is pressure going on in Biafra land. There was an order, an instruction that protest should not be carried out in Biafra land before even a month to the election. There was a protest that's supposed to come in Biafra land think 15th or 16th of February, it was cancelled. Instructions were given for there would be no protest. And those who are listening to me, IPOB medias, those on the radio, all of you know if there is going to be protest. We do communicate, every one of you, through your forums, through your media heads or whoever is in charge, that there is a protest coming up. Can anyone say that the leadership informed anybody through writing or in any way that is going to be a protest? But surprisingly, I'm saying this thing just for clarity's sake, so that we can move forward, because we have a lot of problems facing us, and that is what the enemies they want. That was on Friday. On Friday morning, I'm making this thing very clear because of tomorrow. We have nothing to hide. On Friday morning, it was around 10:49 Biafran time, because in my time it was around 12:45 or 12. That was when I got a message from one of our brother in Biafra land. I was having a little snap at that time. I got a message that they asked me, Mazi, are you aware of the protest going on in Biafra land? I said to him, which protest? I am not aware. He pushed in some pictures for me. Immediately I saw this. I called the Biafra land coordinator. I asked him, who authorized this protest? Did you inform the leadership? Did you inform your line managers, those who are under you? He told me he knew this morning, that he was informed this morning that they said this protest was protest they planned before. We said it should be stopped. So after the election, they decided they should carry it out. They want to do something that everywhere. I told him, Mazi, please call those who are involved in this protest. Call all of them. Tell them that the leadership said this protest must stop now. Already we realized they are 45 minutes into the protest. It has already gone 45 minutes. I told him, I instructed him, I said, I informed the HOD about the development, and they said, go ahead, stop this protest. It's enough. We told them no protest in Biafra land. Who authorized this protest? Mazi, this is exactly what happened. I move on. I call another officer in Biafra land. Those, they said, is one of those in know, who is in know about the protest. When we got one of them, he now put a call to one of the principal organizers and asked him in the other line, very firmly, that the leadership is very worried about who brought out our people at this particular point, that there is an instruction people should not come out for protest. Protest for now will be in diaspora until we put up certain things we want to put down before people will come out for protest. He also said that he just got the knowledge today. They just informed him that that protest they were asking before, they said they are doing it today. And he told them that the leadership said, we on telephone, and he made that call, that the leadership instructed that the protest must stop. Everybody should stop where they are. They should go home. The moment these instructions were passed, we are following it up. The Biafra line coordinator get back, said he's calling the state coordinator for more than 30 minutes now. He doesn't answer his call, and you have called him severally. He's not answering him call to deliver the message. I said, no problem. We make external another contact to tell them, stop. Wherever you are heading now, stop. Everybody must go home. That was exactly the instructions coming from the IPOB leadership. And the moment we did that, and after like a kind of 30 to 40 minutes, it's not up to 30 minutes, they said they are being attacked. They are being attacked. We return back again, call him Mazi. We told you, he said he have told them to stop. We are yet to ascertain the particular person that told them no, that they will not stop. They have to march till Ariaria. I said, did you pass the instruction? They say yes, they passed the instruction. That they have already started heading, said they will march till Ariaria. That was on the way. They were ambushed, and these murderers started firing on them. On the process, so far, the record we have, more than 20 people are seriously wounded. Hold on. More than 20 people are wounded. So far, we have 10 people confirmed dead, and we have more than 50 people missing. We know that the Nigerian government, the Nigerian army, so far out of the 10 people killed, we managed to retrieve 5 dead people, which is presently in our custody, and the 5 are yet to be retrieved because those that were present said the militaries were shooting heavily, and they are the one that picked up those dead bodies, those 5 dead bodies. Then 50 that are missing, and we have so far more than 20 people that were wounded. Mazi, this is exactly what the leadership knows. This is exactly someone like me and other principal officers knows about this protest. Why we are making this thing very clear is that I don't supposed to come on air and talk about these things, because we do not supposed to talk about blame the victim. We're supposed to blame those, the murderers, the Nigerian security forces. What they are doing is a peaceful protest. What they are doing is a peaceful protest. And this peaceful protest, they are not in any way a threat to the Nigerian security. They are not in any way a threat to the Nigerian police. They were marching. You see them carrying the placards of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, asking the Nigerian court to obey. Therefore, what we are saying here, the record, Mazi, you understood that in a fight, in a protest, in a manner the Nigerian military do operate. We know they might have killed more than 50 people. But what I'm saying there is the ones we'll be able to count on ourselves, the 10 people. But we are not going to say that, but we expect the number have increased because there were many that they killed, even those who were not, because they were targeting most of the people wearing white. Many people they killed and they took their bodies. And there are people still missing. These are the things we are talking about. Most times, our people indiscipline is what is, causing a lot of problem in what we are doing. This is one of the biggest things we have. That's why we continue to talk to our people. I know how to do it. Let me do it my own. You people are wasting time. Do you understand me? When we tell them, being a leader or being at the helms of affairs, it is not easy, because there are many things happening you have to put into consideration before you make decisions. There are things we know. There are things others know, that when we come around and we deliberate and we discuss, we found out that if we go this way, it will be catastrophic to what we are doing. If we go that way, it may be to our own advantage. Mazi, this is exactly what happened on Friday. But we are not going to dwell on those. They have killed us. I just saw the press release from the IG of police, where he is warning IPOB not to threaten the integrity of Nigeria. And I am making it very, very clear this evening that you killed us. You murdered us in a cold blood. Armless people, you murdered them in Aba. And after murdering them, you are coming to tell us that we should not threaten the integrity of Nigeria. We should not threaten, after killing us, you come to talk about we should not threaten. Which integrity? Do you have integrity? Do Nigeria have integrity? Talk less of the one to threaten. That you came and massacred innocent people, agitating for the release of their leader. And you turn around to put a press release. The other day you said they were caught, ESN, they were opening fire against you, and which is all lies. The Nigerian media, I'm sure most of them understood what happened there. The videos are there. There is no sign that IPOB members that was on protest in any way attack Nigerian military or Nigerian police. And for the IG to come out this evening, today, threatening us, we should not threaten Nigerian integrity. I can bet him, IPOB, we must revenge. I am not going to say more than this, but the number of our people that they massacred in cold blood because they protested, they will pay dearly for it. And that is all I will say. We are not going to take any chances. The time they massacre us and go free, the time have gone. We are not going to complain. We are not going to say anything on this topic. But we will count scores and we will remember them. This is because of the people they massacred in Aba. Mazi, this is all I can say for that particular topic. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi. Like what you said, the clarifications is if it's necessary. Because there are many people that are asking in good faith, genuinely asking, and there are others that are mischievous, using it for their own God knows what purpose, you know, because that is what.
And Maze, the DOS have set up a committee that will investigate those who are behind this protest without clearance from the leadership. And also, we heard there were people who said that the leadership gave them authorization. We want those people to make them, because the leadership have a line of communication. If the order cannot go from Mazi Ikechukwu, the Biafra Land coordinator, or from the ESN commander, the general commander on ground, there is no other place the clearance can go from. So we are already, the leadership have set up a committee that is going to investigate this issue, because we want to avoid such kind of things. Because I used to say this thing on radio, and I continue to say it. We are in a very critical moment. Every step we make, we must be very strategic. We are not in the period of losing our people or allowing our people to cause havoc to themselves because of their, I know how to do it better, you people don't know. The leadership, a good leader or good leadership is not about boasting. It is about getting result, getting the needed result. Biafra land today, the politics, the geopolitics have changed in Nigeria. Most of you don't know what is turning it around. Most of you don't know the brain behind it. Most of you don't know the job being handled around. You don't need to know, because sometimes when you know, you abuse it. Sometimes when you know, you misinterpret it. Sometimes when you know, you use it as a caricature. Sometimes you use it as a comedy. Sometimes you use it as a laughing stock. One thing is this: not everybody will be at the helms of affairs. The little time those who are there, the question is this: how are they managing the situation? How are they managing the problem facing the crisis rocking us? That is one thing. We are not afraid to challenge anything. We did not do anything to come out to protest. And that is what I want every Biafran. All of us should not dwell on because the problem is this. Why will our people be killed? Let us get the video. Where is GTI or IEP? Where are all those people writing rubbish articles? Nigerian Watch, where are all of them writing what IPOB did and what IPOB did not do? Now, none of them is reporting. Amnesty International is not reporting what happened in Abia State. I do not see all these, their consultancy firms, all these, their groups. I do not see any Nigerian media going to Aba to make inquiry about what happened in IPOB. What happened to the Biafran people on Friday? What happened to those innocent young men marching on the street? None of them. But tomorrow, when IPOB will respond in our own way, they will quickly consult their consultants. They will call Tony Blair Institute, USA Peace Institute. They will call Global Index Terrorism, and they will send them that IPOB have done this. But they have never, and they do not want to report the killing of our people. It is very disgraceful that while we are battling all this, that people who call themselves the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come on social media to write rubbish, claiming, accusing IPOB leadership of what they do not know about, accusing IPOB because they are part of the people engineering some of these people. And this stupid man could not remember what happened in Afarupi Beku on 14th October 2027. When our people were massacred, it is the same reason why they massacre our people in Aba. It is the same reason they massacre them in National High School. It is the same reason they massacre them in Mpo. It's the same reason they massacre them in Headbridge, Onisha. This is the reason why they massacred our people. And that his sibling to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we come on social media and the holding Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziemo, calling them names for people they kill in Aba. Were they protesting for the release of Chinasa Nworu? Were they protesting for the release of Chike Doziemo? Were they protesting for who? For the release of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, whom he said it is his brother, whom he said is his senior brother. And he has the guts, those fighting for the release, those making sure that the world hear our voice. These are the people he will come on social media with his group of criminals to castigate, to talk about, to lay accusations. I will leave it for Biafrans to be the judge, to understand the kind of people that we are dealing with, to understand that the enemies, these are the people we are fighting. It is not only Nigerian government, it is also their agents who are parading themselves in any midst, claiming to be part of this struggle, claiming to be relative of the leader. They are part of the people we are facing. They are part of the problem we have in this struggle. But there is no problem. We know that. We have accepted. It's our fate that in this kind of case, families will rise, they will come and bring their own problem, and we are equal to the task. Mazi Chinedu Ndewo.
Like what you say, the calls for, that is why there should be wisdom, discipline, and emotion should be removed from this struggle. Because Mazi, like our leader said, Ndiba de Kauzuma Beke, Bulie Yelu, no. Budataya, no. Now, you see some people many times. No, nothing is happening everywhere. That is what you hear. This and that. Now, they don't understand what the leadership is planning or doing. And it would also one thing or the other. But the issue is that Nigeria should not go scot-free. That is it. So,
Now, Mazi, let us enter, because there is this viral video of United Nations vehicle being seen around the door. So please, what do you have to say about it? United Nations convoy, I mean, their vehicles in a convoy lineup, moving around, even in a video and photos. People took photos, people were there, they took photos and videos. So people, there are many questions that are being asked about it. What do you know about it? What does the leadership of IPOB know about this? Please, go on.
Mazi, I will say something. It's good you ask this question. I will ask all IPOB members, all IPOB media warriors. Remember, the way we fight Nigerian government is not the way we fight international community. The way we present our issues, not fighting those who want us to remain under slavery. Of course, we are fighting them with information. We are fighting them with words of our mouth. We are fighting them through exposing all they are doing. Mazi, yes, it is authentic. United Nations vehicles, not only in Edo, they are seen everywhere, many parts of Nigeria presently. They are everywhere. The UN, and I want our people to know something. We should avoid making unguarded statements on international institutions that you just suddenly saw in our place. Might be positive. Let's assume it to be positive until there is anything otherwise. But I want to tell you, the United Nations, they have a mission. Before they go anywhere, there are possibilities of things that will push the United Nations presence in a sovereignty or in any region. Number one, if there are UN officers or UN mission in that place and their officers or military personnel are under threat, of course UN can bring in their armory and artillery to defend the UN officers. Then the UN mission in that place, they have the right to come in. Then another one, the UN can come into a place in case where there is border disputes between regions, countries. This is one thing that brings also, they are brought in to maintain peace and order. Irrespective of anything somebody can fabricate, these are the mission of United Nations. Again, the UN is being sent to a region for post-crisis. For example, they know there is crisis. They want to maintain peace in that region. UN can be sent, their envoy, their military, everything to come and make sure there is law and order. Also, if UN, this is an international movement, they might know there is going to be crisis. They are trying to prevent what is about to happen. You know, Nigeria is already on a time bomb. The international community have information of this. They have information even more than me and you. They have things they are seeing that me and you, we don't see. They have their own plans. United Nations coming into our regions on all these places, maybe there is an information that there will be post-election crisis. Maybe after May 29, there may be problem, which we are not going to ascertain on here on radio. But the most important thing is this. Yes, it's UN in our territory. Yes, UN have stationed in some places in our territory. They have been seen in neighboring state to Biafran land borders. This is normal because they assume or they are seeing it there is going to be crisis. So you see how the tension, everything is going on. Automatically, there is possibility. You see the DSS talking about those they want to arrest. Maybe you know when they arrest Obi or they arrest Tinubu, they lock them up. You know what will happen. Do you understand me? You know the Nigerian security cannot be trusted. When you see UN, maybe they know. They have a pre-information what is about to happen. That's why I said, as we see United Nations envoys in our places, I do not want our people to fabricate information. We do not want any IPOB media personnel to, because the world is watching. They are now in our ground. They are now with us. They can gather information they want. It is not time you fabricate. We are in another stage in this movement. We need to be more professional, more strategic in our utterances, in whatever we are doing. Don't assume anything. Assumption. Oh, I think by now this is how. Don't create stories in your mind so that people will listen to you. Be factual in anything you're doing. Use all your platforms where to educate the people. It is not about just so that you tell them people will be happy and they hear what you say. These are hard facts, and we must make sure we protect. This is the time. We cannot set our place on fire. Even if the enemy have come to set on fire, let it be. The United Nations is there. They will be witness. They are going to be witness. It is not you, because now they are there. We are talking, people are talking. When you commit unnecessary things, we want them to see the crimes. Like now, they have killed us in Abia State. We want them to take record of that, how they have massacred us, peaceful protesters. Because tomorrow, when we will revenge, nobody will come to say IPOB did this, IPOB did that. But one thing they have to know, the Nigerian police and the Nigerian military, these are terror group sponsored by Nigerian government in our land. They can never be friends with us, and we will never be friends with them. They have killed us enough. They have adopted us enough. Extrajudicial killing. We shall remain enemies until Biafra is restored. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi. As you said, what I understand also, people should not be fabricating stories on things. You know, there's something I see with all these bloggers, normal, ordinary bloggers, people that monetize, they do blogging for a living. They can dramatize anything. They can, they can formulate anything just to attract the people, just for you to watch. Because the more people they have watching, the more they make their money. But IPOB Media Warrior, it's not like that. Because we have a focus. It's not about money. So, that is why we should always be objective, not to fabricate anything. Because we have a focus. We are different from all these bloggers. Mazi, what is happening? Mazi, hope you are still there, right? Mazi Chinasa, can you hear me? Seems. Mazi, my goodness me. Seems you are having some connectivity issues because it's not here at all. Mazi Chinasa, are you still there? Okay, let me bring him back, please. I think there is some slight connectivity problem, I think, from his side. Because everything is okay here. Everything is okay here. So we must continue. As I was saying, Mazi Chinasa, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you now. I'm back. The internet just set us off, but I'm back.
Yes. So, let us go into another very important issue. We saw that in 1 month there will be a census in Nigeria. Census, population census. People will be counted. And there is this news that people should stay wherever they are for this population census. Our people in Lagos should stay there. They no more. Please, without preempting, I don't want to preempt before you come in. I want you to say something about this population and to give our people
directives, because our people, they fools, honestly. That is why we are being messed around with in Nigeria, in the wider Nigeria, because our people, we lost magnitude and direction. Please, Mazi, come to this census issue. Go on, please.
Mazi, thank you so much. I think I'm coming out very clear.
Coming out clear.
Yeah. Mazi, this is a very important topic. Mazi Doziem will be coming on air within the month or by next weekend, and the IPOB will make an official statement. But before Mazi Doziem will come on air, because I don't think we have much time. 1 month's time, or what, when they're going to do the census. From this night, I want every Biafran, wherever you are, and you are living outside Biafra land. Easter is coming. The scientific Easter is coming by this coming weekend. If you are coming for Easter, make yourself relax at home until that census will be counted. This is IPOB. Our strategies are second to none. We are not Owazirike. When they want to count census, people say, no, don't count census. We are not among the census. It's a lie. Mazi, IPOB will campaign seriously for the census. And we are going to campaign that our people will be counted in Biafra land. Jingles will come out. Flyers will come out. We are going to encourage our people to move down. Mazi, with the excuse they are giving, they said, I have seen it in channels, they said that Nigerian population by 2050, it will be 400 million.
400 million, yes.
400 million, 2050, that one Mr. Onyetunji, the census chairman or president, you know, everything is president, that why they want you to remain where you are is so that they can get information for planning purposes, provide amenities and infrastructure, you know, with accurate information of the people in that area. Mazi, I am asking, which infrastructure, what amenities are they providing for our people? Mazi, Biafra is at the corner. The restoration of Biafra is very, very close. Biafrans, we are planning also, we want to know the population of our people in our own region, so that as Biafra is coming, as we are planning, as IPOB is planning for the return of our people, so that we can encourage those who want to invest. We can talk to institutions, businessmen, to say, look, this is the population of the people in communities, in local government. If you are setting up a business, these are the things we expect. Mazi, they said by 2030, Anambra or Onitsha will have a capacity of 7 million people. Will be resident in Onitsha. Are you understanding me? Will be resident in Onitsha, Anambra. Now, why we are planning this, why we are planning for the return of our people, there is a need that our people will all go home, so that we will know the population of our people, because for years, they have always called us the minority. This election, they have seen it that we are no more minority. Our people have gone out there, and our people outnumbered any tribe that casted their vote during this election. The records are there. They can't hide it. Now, census is coming. I want every IPOB media warrior, every IPOB members. This is a mission. We are going to participate in calling our people for census. Every Biafra living outside Biafra land must return back. It will also give us a glimpse of what we want to do in case referendum is called. In case. We need our people. We don't want, after we have met our projection of things the way we want Biafra land to be, Then we hear there are some of our people, they were somewhere there, they didn't come back, they didn't know. No, we must. It is a must that if you are living outside Biafra land, it is a must you must return home and be part of those when they will count census. Do not stay in Lagos because the reasons are enormous. You registered for vote. During the time of election, they refuse you to vote. They said you cannot vote. Go back to your country. Go back to your place if you want to vote in Lagos. I want us to use that slogan. I will go back to my place for the census since I could not be allowed to vote in where I'm resident. Let us use this slogan. They need to return back to my region for the census since my vote will not be counted in another region. This is something we are going to do. In this month of April, it is a month for serious sensitization on the need that our people return home for this census. Our people must make sure they are in any part of Biafra land. You don't need to, even if you don't want to arrive in your village or you don't want to, fine, you don't want to reach village, they know that you came back. Find somewhere in Enugu, find somewhere, anywhere, find somewhere and make sure you are there to be registered, to be among. Do not allow yourself to be counted in the north. And let me make it very clear. Any Zendibo, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago when I came on air, I spoke about the need to banish, to stop and, ban all these Zendibos in outside Biafra land. And as if Lagos state government heard what we said, they went and banned nothing like it. We encourage them. This type, we want it. Because these are people that we used to tell them remain here. Anybody we hear that is telling our people remain in Lagos and count your vote, we are going to have problem with that person. Our people must return home. It is a time for us to go home. We must be counted in our place. Nothing like we are not involved in census. We are fully involved in census. Our people must be counted because when they say no election, so that they won't know the number. Today, they have realized the capacity of an Igbo man. They have realized the capacity of Biafrans. The numbers that they are threatening us every time, they have seen that we outnumbered them. We outnumbered them. This election has showed them in the history of Nigeria that the Igbos came out, the Biafrans just decided to come. Just few of them, not all. Because already it's a divided this thing, because there are people who don't believe in Nigeria, there are people who believe in Biafra. So there is it's kind of a split, 30-70. Those who didn't want to vote are like 70 who believe in the Biafra restoration. And those who said, okay, let me go and join them and vote, they are like 30. It is just like a 30% casted the vote. But in this, we want every Biafran, whether you are IPOD, whether we are going to be part of that census. Besides, we are still sharing the same territory with them. We will get the number, accurate numbers of our people, and we want it in our region. It will also help us to plan for cities, help us to plan for development. As we are campaigning for our people to return home, it is going to be a yardstick for us to plan for the restoration of Biafra and the imagination that is about to happen. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu.
And for more, input, our people, why the importance of this population census being counted in any part of Biafra land, as Mazi said, even if you don't reach your village, make sure you enter into any part of Biafra land. Because what they do, Nigeria, look at the INEC, voters registration estimate, record, statistics. Out of, I think, 93 million, it is the so-called
southeast that has the least number of voters, 10 million plus. The least. So, they used to use all these things to cajole us. And we should rise up, because this is what we preach here, to do something in another way so that we get another result. Because if you continue doing the same thing and want to get another result, it's impossible. It is practically impossible. When you are outside Biafra land, they count you, they use your number, because I think the census, that was the reason why I think Ojukwu started campaigning, our late general, when he was alive, about say, why is it that other things form, they will ask you your religion and ethnicity, but when it comes to census, all these things are not there. They don't ask you your religion, neither your nationality, ethnicity. So that you see Biafrans in Kano, they will count you, put you as the number as a Kano indigents, so that they will be using it in order to disturb us every time. You hear them saying all the time, what they say is politics is a game of numbers. Politics is a game of numbers. What they did in the north is that you can run for more than 100 kilometers, you don't see how. What you see is a cluster of huts. That cluster of huts, they name it another local government. Maybe only 100 people are living there, only. But it is a different local government that is taking money, allocations from the Nigerian government. That is the way they are sucking money, to themselves. They use your number in order to complete, inflate their own numbers, their own, so that you are there in Kano. When they count you as you are there in Kano, they will say, Kano has this so-called number, whereas most of them are Biafrans. Tomorrow, when the allocation come, they will look at you, they say, no, you are not from here. You see, they will push you out. The same way in Lagos, they will tell you, you are not an indigene. It's only for indigenes. Now, that time, the proceeds of that census has started coming, but they will remove you. We need to be thinking. The politics of Nigeria, we need to be outsmarting them. That is what we are saying. So that when you come, we want the population of our people in Biafra land, so that they will see the Southeast, South has the highest number of people. It is advantageous. It doesn't matter in the north, they will bring people, count, even goat, chicken, everything. They inflate numbers all there. But let us come to our land and also have our own numbers. Instead of they are using us in every way. Using our numbers in order to inflate their own. And tomorrow, the same difficulty, everything. Before you talk, they shut you down, say, we are more unpopulous. No. This time around, let us get it right. Let us do something in another way. Mazi, I don't know whether we continue to the other headline, or other discussions, yes, or you want to say something?
Yes. No, Mazi, I think we have handled those topics that were not in our main program. Then we can unless you have another question or things for clarifications.
No, I think it's okay. It's okay, because this census, as you say, we continue making it very, very important. We continue hammering it here on Radio Biafra. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. So now, let us enter into the need for total eradication of criminality, kidnapping, as the criminals are returning back again in Imo and Anambra. So, this issue of criminality, you understand? And not only criminality, some other people are talking about why these police checkpoints also, they have returned in Biafra land. With their acting, it seems they are acting with impunity. So when you are talking also, please touch it about why these checkpoints that are stifling us, they are back. Please. Go on, Mazi, go on.
Mazi, thank you so much. dear friends and all the lovers of freedom. Sometimes, if you want to scare the hawk away when he wants to, take a chicken or anything, sometimes if you have the opportunity to kill, you kill, and you don't have the opportunity, you can scream and shout. It will happier. Also, you understand me? Maze, before the election, we have seen how our land witnessed the level of criminality and carnage that have happened in our land. Every one of you have heard it. The victims are our own people. And this is something carefully, intelligently drafted so that we will use it to blackmail IPOB, blackmail ESN, and blackmail Mazen Nandekano. That is why when you see these criminals, even their leader, who is part of, who is encouraging them, who is, I don't know, I would have allowed you to play an audio on this platform. I know it's 5 minutes. It is not necessary that we do it, but sometimes certain things are important, Mazi. We do it because it will help us to clarify a lot of things. If we don't do them, people might not understand. Sometimes they say we are blackmailing people. Sometimes they may say we are doing things just because to talk bad against people. Mazi, let me send you, play this voice. While we play this voice, people here, it will help us to analyze criminality this evening. Please. I have sent it to you. Can you kindly play it? I want people to hear it. Then we can analyze things in this place. Play it.
Okay.
Play it, let Biafrans hear.
Put yourself on mute, please. Put yourself on mute. That way, please. Butuzo. Kedu ka ime? Butuzo, Biko, facilitate now with Holy Ghost. Gonna just collect 1 RPG and 1 GPMG with the chain. With the chain. Now and the Holy Ghost the contact of a shadow. And then Butuzo Monte between now and next week. Out of every commander here to report to your camp for a renewal of vow and allegiance. Okay, from now to next week. From now to next week, yes. The whole pastors here will report to your camp. Okay. So make sure you put logistics and make sure everybody but them without any problem. Okay. Do you have any complaint? Okay. You want to complain about this? You want any complain about this? Okay. And then also get Monty preparing for demonstration. This demonstration now, we do demonstration I never before with lion squad and all that, because this is the time to demonstrate. I will use the opportunity this political tension, come out of the street. Okay. So we are going to plan it very well, and then make sure that now uniform, wear enough uniform, enough flag, and the uniform that both red and black. Okay. Yes. I can provide you all those uniforms. All Polona black trouser now. So we are going to provide all the uniforms and all the flag I can use. I saw Aputa na street Kamado de Kamu. Just like we have done it in the past. Pass out the message to him that we are going to provide those things. And then Chico, he can make sure he communicate to all the commanders here, make sure that everybody goes to that camp between now and next week. All you need is transportation. Let me know how much, and they remove all the mobilities I need to go there.
I have a comment to Rabbi.
Okay, Rabbi.
Rabbi from Holy Music.
Can you have any ways again?
Everything anyway, I want to go from my number to complain to really about now because over Nkataba last time, so also for my new camp on a side school na Banya.
Yes.
So I formed Channel Camper, so I'm more than the meeting, one of the meeting. I'm mentioning more than for my second camp on a side, I can get a battle side.
Yes.
So I formed second camp, I'm going to success matter. And since I formed Riha, I had a request for help. No way. Someone come back at that camp to the side because
about 90 camp. Say every time this meeting now, so as $4 what they need from that camp. About 90 camp. We have to open as many camp as possible. Because so we are raging on.
So yes,
something like that. So I decided to join to know if because they said that other commanders are there, that I need to be there also. So I came in and I saw some commanders in the because I did not talk until other people started talking about that. Because what they were asking was how have we been managed? How is the movement in our various camps? So, and everybody were like telling what some of the things they are lacking, because they demanded to know some of those things we lack that we are not getting. So that's the major thing I know that they discussed. And they said that this the meeting that they are going to invite you and relay the complaints they have gathered, because they said that they are fact-finding panel. They said they are going to communicate you to tell you the things they have found out, so that you people are going to look into it, that they are working with you. So that's the reason why I attended the meeting. And for the screenshot you told me to make, my phone went off immediately after the meeting, and I was using a small phone to communicate because two of my squad went to movement yesterday, and I have casualties of which I reported to you around 12 a.m. So because that was when I on my phone when they were telling me about the incident. So I had to report it. The phone was about 2 minutes. It charged 2%. I had to send the message to you and off it immediately. So since that time till now, so I've been on calls. 2 of my men have been deposited in the mortuary this morning. So I have not been myself. I just wanted to squeeze out this very time to attend this very meeting, because I also got the message for this meeting today. So that's just what happened. I'm still having some calls with me now. I'm just trying to speak, because most of the people that fell, their people have not known. So we are trying to find a way to talk to them, of which some of them I have sent people to different places, because we have 4 casualties anyway, but 2 later gave up, and the 2 are in the clinic now. They are receiving some treatment. So that's what happened. Thank you.
Shadow, you know this is not the first time we did this, and how we are going to handle this issue is something that is in my mind and is something that's in my heart. I've given directive to Holy Ghost here to come and pick the 2 equipment that is with you. We paid for a few weeks ago because they need it to work. So when you come to pick it, just please give it to him. Do you have problem with that?
Yes, I have problem with that, because
what is the problem you have?
I told you that I want to deliver a work with it before.
And I'm telling you now that work should be put on hold. There is another emergency work that is needed for, and that is a command. So you should put on hold that work that you want to go should be put on hold. And after this work, we can talk about that.
Sir, it will be difficult for me. I will not lie to you. It will be difficult for me, because
what is going to be difficult to you?
Not to deliver that very work, because I have made a huge.
I am the one. Listen to me. Don't let me angry, please. You know you have been doing this for a very long time. I am the one who gave you that command, right? And I'm telling you now that particular work must be put on hold until this one finishes. There shouldn't be any question there. I gave you that command, and I'm telling you now that command is now suspended.
It will be difficult for me, sir.
If you go against this command, listen to me, Shadow. If you go against this command, I hope you are ready to take what is coming with you, because I am making this publicly here in front of every commander here. I gave you a command, and I'm telling you now that command is suspended, and there is RPG with you, and there is GMPG with you, which we paid for fully, and it is with you. And I want Holy Ghost to go and collect that thing, because there is a job that is needed for. After that job, you can talk about your own job. That if I have to give you that job, that is a very clear command. So if you want to disobey that command, you can disobey it. I just want to make it very clear now in front of everybody, so that it's not going to be, if you are saying you are not going to do it, everybody will listen to it here.
Okay, Mazi, go on. Go on. Mazi Chinasa.
Yeah, Mazi Chinedu. Thank you so much. I wanted this audio to be played so that Biafrans and the wider world will understand what is happening. I'm not going to talk too much, but I just want to make something clear. If you listen from that audio, you will find out that most of the people talking in that place are people we have mentioned their name over 1 year ago. We mentioned their name since last year. We talk about criminality that is happening. All of you hear the conversation. And what I want to talk this evening is, I am asking our people in Ebonyi youth. I am asking also other Biafrans. I'm asking Biafran veterans. And I'm asking every member of IPOB. Do we have a Liralo Biafran Osui Hitokwa? Did they bury the Biafran placenta in Osui Hitokwa? Is there any gold mine in Osi-Hitokwa? Is there anything in Osi-Hitokwa that represents Biafra in all these things we are doing? I am sure the answer is no. During the Biafran Civil War, we didn't hear that maybe it is a landmark during the Biafran Civil War that Osi-Hitokwa is a place that, no. When you hear them saying gathering, most of you that are going, all the youth, they are moving from Ebony. They tell everybody, go to Osi-Hitokwa. How many people are coming back? Politicians are sending, they push them. The boys he feel they are giving him problem in the state. You tell them, go to Osi-Hitokwa. Go. They take them, they bring. None of them is going back home. They are massacring them in Osi-Hitokwa. Osi-Hitokwa has become a symbol of place. They are butchering our people in Osi-Hitokwa. Kidnapping, political assassination, car hijacking, name it, organ trafficking, all these things, you found them in Osi-Hitokwa. This is the place where they call the criminals. When they want to spread, they tell them all of them return. In the last election, there is one I called his name on the radio. They went also to carry the same thing you are seeing. They were ambushed and massacred. Some of them, he survived. Now he survived. They are calling people again, return to Osi-Hitokwa. Election is over. Everywhere is over. They are going back because during the election, there was pressure, all their plans, no election in Biafra land, everything was dislodged. At the end of the day, election is over, they are regrouping again out of, they bring in, ask yourself, all of you that they are sending to Osi-Hitokwa, what are you going to Osi-Hitokwa to do? What are they going to Osi-Hitokwa to do? This is the center where Bush they pay. Where Bush they pay. That's why they send them from everywhere. They send them. And most of the people talking on this audio, IPOB knows all of them. IPOB, ESN knows every one of them. Most of them are people chased in IPOB for many years for criminality.
So you mean they are criminals? Criminals.
Maze, they are, most of them, even the one he is telling to submit something, these are people that at the early stage of IPOB, when Ikoso was alive, these are people chased away from IPOB. They are good in racketing. Take money from you, they play you. Most of them that was speaking that place, these were all people that IPOB rejected and refused that they will never be part of this movement. These are the people you see them all gathering. They gathered and planning how to cause havoc in Biafra land. They are gathering because election is over. The money they took, they fell in the assignment they gave them. They gave them to stop no election in Biafra land, but they were professionally dislodged. After the election, they are coming up with another one. They are now, that's why they are calling people to gather. Most of them that came, they were killed. They massacred them. Osi-Hitokwa had been a massacring ground for Ebonyi youth. This is the same thing they did in Bayelsa. They gathered them in Bayelsa. Over 100 and something in Bayelsa, they were surrendered and massacred. They gathered them the second time in Bayelsa, over 25, they were massacred. Most of them are on the run. They move them from Ebonyi State. They bring in them. The youth, nobody is asking questions. Every day, Osi-Hitokwa, let everybody ask them, what are they defending in Osi-Hitokwa? If it is not the criminal empire they have built inside Osi-Hitokwa with connection of politicians, Opuzodema and the others. They use them for political threats. They use them for any assignment. They all involved both in drug business Every one of them. Why I said play this audio for our people to understand also Ihitokwa. I didn't tell you play this audio so that, but is to understand that most of the people you hear their names are people that IPOB have disassociated themselves and mention their names as people killing our people. Go back to my broadcast a year ago, go back to the list on 14th December 2021. Most of these people called they were all, some of them have been killed also. These are some of their boys. They are all patrolling. When they come out there, they attack. They run into Osihitokwa. They run into an area. This time around, they don't stay also in the bush. They have chased many people away from their home. They occupy those people's home. So when they are coming, you think they are in the bush. They are not in the bush. They are in people's home. People that they have chased away. They have occupied their homes in all those areas. This is the criminality. Even there is a communication. This head of this criminal, somebody he sent a message to talk to Opus Odema to pay him money so they can dislodge the people in Okigwe and move their camp to another state. They are making way. Tell them to get in touch with him so they can talk. So that money, let him settle, that he knows how he can dislodge the boys in Okigwe and they remove the boys in Imo State and send them to another state. We have these communications. We have these communications that if we want to start exposing them, people will say, is this what these people are doing? But what we are saying is our people should desist from criminality. Our people should desist from things that are bringing bad image for our struggle in the name of IPOB. They are criminals and they are not IPOB, but they insist to use the name of IPOB. That is why you see them when they talk. They say, I am autopilot under Mazen Namdekano. Reasons so that international community will continue to tie the criminality that is happening, tie it with the name of Mazen Namdekano. That is the reason. Because when you are committing crime, you know you are committing crime. Because of his desperation of the assignment they gave to him, he gathered criminals. There was something I said on radio last time, Maze. The stupid man came and played it, calling Chinasa Nworu. I said it on radio and I'm repeating it again. That this this greedy and the hungry person that wants leadership by any means to fulfill the assignment they give him, sometimes certain things that happen in Biafra land, in Biafra land there are criminals. Before IPOB there are criminals. There are things that are happening. Politicians are killing each other during the election time. Criminals are attacking police stations. Criminals are attacking people. Kidnappers. Kidnappers are going to rescue their members. Criminals. For this stupid man, when he hears certain things, because he wants to take glory, raise money, he jump and shout. They start shouting, woto, 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 woto. Why are you shouting if it's something you don't know about? These are criminals that are operating because he's trying to impress people. He wants to tell people that he is doing something. He wants to tell people that even things he don't know, because I am sure there are certain things that happen. How am I sure? Because sometimes these are political talks. You saw what was happening to Ikenga in Imo State. We saw political assassinations. We saw everything. And I am sure, and we saw the assassination in Enugu. We know these things are political assassination because we know in Nigeria, during the time of election, you see this type of things. And somebody will come out for his stupidity because he wants to impress people to collect money. They say he's shouting woto woto. And I said it on radio that everything that he hears, because he is power hunger, he wants to take something that he doesn't know about. He comes out to take glory because he wants to found a step he will use to conduct a fundraising, ask people to support him. Go to Osihitokwa, go to Oro, go to Anambra South, go and listen the pain of our people. people that were kidnapped, people that they burned their houses, people that they took their properties away, women that they killed their husband and they took the women, all kind of criminals. You found that in Osi Hitupa. That is the question. Every day they tell people, go to Osi. We are defending Osi Hitupa. What is in Osi Hitupa? I am asking, even the criminals, if they are listening, ask yourself, what are you people doing in Osi Hitupa? Are you protecting a criminal empire? How many of you that goes there are coming back? And all the things you people are doing, the Nigerian police are getting the record. They kill some of you. They will say these are criminals they kill. They use it, they send to State Department in the USA. They send to different countries. These are criminals. These are IPOB members. These are mainly they are terrorists. We are killing them. They have come to kill us. You are using your blood for criminality instead to use your blood for the freedom for your people. Mas, these are the things we are fighting for. And the IPOB is not going to keep quiet. IPOB, our stand have remained the same.
And Maz, before you continue, is there not this website which we saw the Nigerian government open, sharing it with the international community, cataloging all these criminal activities? They will pin it IPOB.
That is it, Maz.
IPOB.
That is Nigerian
People don't know.
This is a website created by Nigerian consultants. It is the people lobbying for Nigerian government in diaspora. This particular website, Maze, we have sent people go inside the website. We found out all the reports. Maze, up to 650 cases, all tagged on IPOB. Do you know that every killing in a Ebonyi state, both the politicians, the one they attacked, the Labour Party, this thing, do you know they were all tagged against IPOB and the ESN? The whole crime that happened in Ebonyi state were tagged on IPOB. The whole thing that happened in Imo state. This is what they, as these people are committing this crime, they are handing it over to Nigerian government. I have said it before, they hand it over to Nigerian military, hand this over to Lai Mohammed. Lai Mohammed transmitted to Lord Ahmed in Liverpool, who is working with some people in the State Department. That was what they capitalized and put us in the global terrorism list. This website, that is why you go in, they have the password, they access those information. This is the things these people have caused against this struggle. This is what they have caused against this movement. This is how they want to implicate Man Nnamdi Kanu. This is why we are in court with IEP in Australia presently with thousands of dollars over the case. The money we can use to do other things, these are the criminals, what they have cost. To go for that case, we are not spending, IPOB leadership will not spend less than $200,000 to execute that particular judgment, to execute that particular case in Australia. And we are looking for money. But we have to do it because it is necessary. We have to clean our name. Crime that people committed, no one against even the Fulani herdsmen. All political, onye Nyuraho, onye Daribi, onye everything that happened, they all gather them together and they tag it on IPOB. That particular website is in the Home Affairs in the UK, it's in the State Department, it's in all the foreign missions around the world. This is what the assignment these criminals have caused for this struggle. And the moment those things are happening, people are angry against Nnamdi Kanu. They are very upset that this is the kind of things he is doing. This is people under him, massacring their own people, slaughtering them with knife. Even the local government chairman that was killed in Imo State, we hear the voice. Maz, it was tagged on IPOB. Maz, the lady that was killed in this thing was tagged on IPOB. The lieutenant, this thing, was tagged on IPOB. Attack on Ugochinyere was tagged on IPOB. The killing of the Labour Party man was tagged on IPOB. Every attack, police station, everything tagged on IPOB. And people want us to be happy. People want us to to keep silent in all our effort. People have died in this struggle. You want us not to fight against those trying to destroy this movement, those trying to make sure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not come out from the DSS dungeon, because the more they continue to commit these crimes, the more they are holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot boast that we are in fully control. We are doing our best with the little resources in our hand. IPOB and ESN is doing their best. Mazi, it is when we see all this conspiracy, how our radios were shutting down, everything shutting down, the leadership went into massive productions of radio transmitters, brand new radio transmitters. That's why today you see Aba is covered, Enugu is coming up, new transmitters are coming, and we will make sure everywhere is stocked and everywhere is saturated with the gospel for the restoration of Biafra. This is a task. Are we doing these things just for play, or is it for a serious business? Is this a serious business, or is it a joke? Do people know that our people are dying? As they have massacred our people that day, if today, like this radio will be on, people in Aba can call in on this radio if we are not making, and we expect them to call in on the radio. There are people missing, call on the radio, give the names of people that are missing, go to your coordinator, submit, because we know many people are missing. These are people who are genuinely coming out for the restoration of Biafra, for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody thought, telling people that it is through criminality they will release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is through committing crime against our own people we release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is through killing our own people, harvesting their organ. It is what is going to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They kill young people. They take their private parts. They take their heart. They take their head. For what reason are they doing this thing? What kind of satanic animals are in our midst? What kind of people are this? And people want us to keep silent. And people want us to keep silent. And when they do it, he come out and tell you, I am autopilot under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And the brothers, the siblings of Onyendu are outside watching what this guy is doing in the name of their brother. None of them can condemn him. Instead, they go in the back because they don't want their brother to be out. They go in the back and they push him, tell him, continue to do what you are doing. Because they want to use them, because they could not destroy Chinasa Nworu or Chief Edoziem or the DOS. So since they could not confront us, they have found somebody they can go through him, tell him continue to do what you are doing, do it to them. Anything, they couldn't do it. They have to continue. But I'm telling them, their end are all near. I can't get behind in an open. I will stop here on the criminality issues. If you have any question on that, please ask me.
The question I want to ask, which might also be in the minds of some people, some of our people, is this: in as much as this is a war, another dimension of war, and different methods. Now, and criminality will never stop completely. It will never be eradicated in Biafra land, even in any part of the world. But in our case, anything that happened, they do is voluntary. The Nigerian government is sponsoring criminality in our land. That is the truth about it. So, and all these things, they are using it because it's set up. You know, there is something I even listened before coming on air from your timeline. Is it maybe a phone conversation or something like that? We have an APC is telling their people, why not set the people up? Set them up. Arrange a few people and kill somebody and target on their opponent. So you see,
that is it.
That is the way they act. So
that is it.
How long can we continue defending? No, it is not us. No, you know. Yes, we have to be defending, but do we think that this thing will stop completely? Will it stop?
Mazi, yes, Mazi, let me tell you something. We are fighting a multiple war. Do you understand me? And if you are fighting for freedom, what we are expecting is not new. That's why you see some of us, we don't shake. At the initial time, we may be able to try to be a little bit nervous, but as time goes on, we become stable. We understand that this is a problem you have to face. In a very sophisticated community, society like Nigeria, like in our own, where we know crime is at the highest level, the minds of politicians, they are devil. You see them, they can do anything. Like as you say, the man was talking on that audio. He said, if they say this guy is Boko Haram, call P2B IPOB. That shows you they are calling him IPOB as a kind of, let him pain him. You understanding me? Call him IPOB. If there is nothing happening, have somebody beat him, say Labour is beating somebody. Post it on the social media. Man, that is to show you their mentality. They are, I'm sure they are gasping for their last breath. They have met what they didn't expect in their life, and that is IPOD. Man, they are not going to stop. But the moment is that it's our duty to make sure the one we are responsible, we will take responsibility of it. The one we are not responsible, we are not going to take, irrespective of how little the thing is or how, do you understand me, badly it is. One thing is, anyone we are not part that is putting the name of IPOB in a bad image, in a bad to the international community and to our own people, not only to the international community, to our own people. We will make sure, like today, I have come and clarified these things. They are already putting accusation. The leadership sent people to protest so they can kill them. They set them up. But all these things, because the hatred they have, some of them have just what they name Chinasa Nworu. It scares them. So they develop a kind of in their nervous system. When they hear the name, they go mad because they know the light and darkness cannot go together. We have been in this movement for many years. And why we have been able to be here is we continue to make sure people have died. What is that promise we gave to our people? That we will restore Biafra with them. Many things will come. Many dogs will bark. Not all will we throw stone. Rain will fall. Not all buckets. Not all rain will we stand bucket to fetch some water. This is what life is all about. They will come. They will continue to do this. As they are falling, new ones will be coming up. But one thing I'm sure, in this land they are going, before Biafra will come, they will all destroy themselves. Because if they don't destroy themselves at this time of the game, maybe when Biafra comes, you try to gather them, they will say they are because they are opponents. But now it's good they are showing themselves as criminals in our society, and they will be dealt before Biafra will come. Because if they exhibit this kind of attitude at the restoration of Biafra, when you kill them off, they will say, oh, these are opponents. The West will come. They will say that this Biafra government is killing their people. So let these enemies manifest now. We are on the journey. We will handle every one of them, not by our power, but by the power of Chukwukikadiam and the wisdom he has bestowed on us, who have dedicated their life in this struggle. We are not going to run away from our fight. We are not going to run away from any blackmail. We are not going to run away from anything somebody think he can use to demoralize or discard us from what we are doing. It is Biafra or death, whether they like it or not. Mazi Chinedu. Thank you so much.
Moving forward to what is happening, you know, the situation in Nigeria, you know, like we used to say, our people never run to take cover. Our people are not proactive. They don't watch the political situation or environment surrounding them. What matters to our people is as long as they will go to their shop, they can go to their shop or go to their various places of work, and in the morning, in the evening, they come back. They don't care about what is happening. And that is why every time our people are caught up in sudden problems. I will give you an example about, you know, since the tune of the political tune in the past elections, our people took everything for granted, thinking that it is like that, you know, everything is just kana machari. When they were being threatened, they didn't take proactive measure, even in Lagos, to protect their businesses. That is number one.
They will go back and start continue sleeping as everything is the same. They, instead of mounting, okay, people are threatening that we should not vote. Igbo should not vote. If you cannot vote for APC, don't come out. Otherwise, we'll kill you. Otherwise, we'll destroy your goods. They take it and say, nah, instead of planning ahead of time and say, okay, even these our markets, these are our means of livelihoods. Let us take extraordinary measure. They will not do. It's only when the thing touches them, it happens. They start crying, lamentation everywhere. That is number one. Now, what is happening? This aftermath, the swearing in will be in a month plus now, and they see how things are moving on in Nigeria. Threats, if it is the Middle East, they'll call it anti-Semitism, but this one is anti-Igbo, anti-Biafra sentiments and the pronouncements. Now, what are you going to tell our people about? Some say, come back home. Some bring your business back home, which you have been calling for since. Some others said, no, don't let them stay there and defend themselves. What are you going to tell our people? Because things will happen. More things will happen. Catastrophe. Go on, Mazi, please.
Mazindewo, thank you so much. Mazi, on this particular issue, I could remember that 2 weeks ago when I came on air, I make it very, very clear that ESM will not come to Lagos. And I'm repeating it also this evening. ESN will not come to Lagos to defend the Igbo people in Lagos. Mazi, we saw an audio that was being circulated. Hold on. Yeah. Mazi, we saw an audio that was being circulated. Mazi Chinedu, can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Okay. We saw an audio circulated by one person that called himself Ezendibo, or who was talking about how he's going to bring in IPOB to come and defend markets in Lagos. And let me make it very clear. He's going to bring IPOB ESN to defend Lagos. My brother, or whoever you are, we are not defending any market. ESN was formed to defend Biafra land from invading Fulani herdsmen that are ravaging, killing, raping our mothers and our sisters. That is the reason for the formation of ESN. There was no time or in the history or during the formation of ESN, there was no plan, there was no agenda that they will later go to Lagos or go outside Biafra land to go to defend lock-up shops where you are doing business. To defend your business is insurance that defend businesses. Register your business officially, put up insurance for your business. If you do not have these things, then look for a place that you can have all this protection. That's why we say, come down to Biafra land to set up your business. In case you are waiting, and the question is this, IPOB cannot be bought. IPOB cannot be moved by money. Today, some of them said ESN to come to Lagos IPOB. Most of you in Lagos, how many of you are supporting this movement?
The man even said that IPOB doesn't have jobs. Very delicate.
Thank you. How many people in Lagos are supporting this movement for the restoration of Biafra? How many of you have supported the ESN or IPOB you are talking about today to leave Biafra land and come so that they will say we have moved to another territory? And when they start, most of you should be very careful with your utterances. because sometimes it is a trap they are setting for you. So that tomorrow, even the people claiming sit at home in Lagos, so that tomorrow they start massacring people. They say ESN have come. The market, they will invade that your market. They will attack you in the market that one person ran inside the market. A terrorist, IPOB, ESN, ran into the market. They come and shoot and they set the place on fire and tell you then you say IPOB. That no Lagos, IPOB with no problem in Lagos. We don't fall for those cheap traps. I hear the other one saying, I'm a member of the because IPOB do you understand me? I am making it very clear. The IPOB family in Lagos will be directed. Our most important thing is that the need for our people to relocate their businesses down home. And we want, as you are relocating this your business, those who will be investing in the lock-up shops in the shopping malls, we want standard lock-up shops. We want standard markets. You say it is a market. We need things that we can be proud of. People will also try to support. And during this period, even as census is coming, I can tell you, if they need be that there are people that we like to come down home and we need to support them to subsidize transportation with transport companies for them to come down home during the census, and as we are saying people to come home, we will do that. We will make sure that our people returns home. That is one thing we are saying, and it is not only in Lagos, even in the northern part of Nigeria. Most of you have submitted yourself to be cowards and slaves. You have resorted to your fate because of one bedroom apartment you have built, because of one small motel, because of even on a beans in onion where you are selling. We are telling you, what we are telling our people, it is time we have to return home. It is time we have to return home. The time is now. You are not part of Nigeria. Make sure, and I know that many of you living outside Biafra land, who are living in the north, most of you cannot boast of a, certificate of occupancy of your buildings. Most of you cannot boast of it. You cannot boast of it. It is, difficult, but what we are saying is that start making hay while the sun shines. You may open another branch in Biafra land, come down and open another branch in Biafra land. At least these days, IPOB are moving on a campaign to show you people what is in Biafra land, and we will continue to do that. This is our 2023 project. We continue to showcase the opportunities, the businesses, irrespective of anything they are saying. There are opportunities in Biafra land. Come and set up businesses. As you are coming to set up businesses, new routes will emerge. New businesses will emerge. People will find out the confidence, and the IPOB will do all their utmost best to make sure that you are protected. We will continue to expose crime. Those who commit any crime, we will expose them. If we cannot lay our hands on them, we will make sure they are caught. The ones we are able to get them, we will get them. When you people return, and even some of these boys doing these criminal activities, some of them will disengage. They will find something doing, because some of them will tell you, when they see people are returning, there are places in Biafra land, both in agriculture, both business, mineral mining, many things, entertainment. There is nothing you cannot find in Biafra land. Good weather, all these things are there. So why should we, at this particular time that people are exhibiting the hatred they have against us, people are exhibiting it openly, you have all seen it, are you going to forget easily? So that in the next 4 years you will be remembered again to go back where you come from? That is why IPOB will continue the sensitization, the need for our people to return home, the need for our people to come home and invest, They need for our people to move without looking back. Some of you moved from the north when Boko Haram was ravaging the north. I have a lot of friends from Maiduguri who were left. They are in Lagos. I know some also that went down to the east. That's what we are saying. Take that bold step again, those of you in the west. Make that move. Send your families home. The more people are returning, the more planning people will start to say, oh, there is this population here. We will overpower all those things. All those things that are, I am from Ngwa. I don't want them to know me. Stay in Enugu. Stay in Onitsha. Cross Amba. Go to Uyo. Go to Iguacha. Go to Calabar. Irrespective of anything. The people of Ambazonia, their market depend on Biafra land. 10 million people. This is a huge market. People will be coming all over. From there, your return to Biafra land will also help. Make use of digital businesses. Make use of transfers. This is not the time. Somebody will say before, we carry money in the bag. Now you don't carry money in the bag. You just have to be very careful. If you go to some countries in Asia, Thailand, they will tell you there are criminals. But still, people are going there for visit. People are going there for tourism. We know you can't compare the one of Nigeria, but we are the one that is going to correct it. We are the one that is going to make it to happen. Therefore, all the lovers of freedom, all Biafrans, all Igbos, Efi, Ibibio, Ejos living outside Biafra land, we are saying it is time for all of us to return home. We have no other place than Biafra land. That is the only place we will not be discriminated. That is the only place we will not be told that we don't belong here. That is the only place we can boldly stand and say, yes, I am from here. Where we will make sure that tribes don't rule over your nationality. We will make sure that religion will not overshadow the principles of our nation, or we will use religion to overpower our constitution. That is one thing you have to know. We cannot afford to miss this period. We cannot afford to miss this time. And I am saying, we are waiting for many of you. As you are coming back, as some of you, I know some will be coming during this Easter. Make out for opportunity. Go around, see places you can establish businesses. We will continue to update our people on kinds of businesses on social media. Follow IPOB, because we are distributing places that you can be able to settle in Biafra land. It is just a matter of time. Everything we are not going to allow. We know the criminals. We know Nigeria may not like Biafra land to be a little bit peaceful, but we are working on it, and we continue to make sure that everywhere will be peaceful. We are happy. As United Nations, they are there. They have come. We know their officers. They will now see what we are saying today. An Igbo man is in court because he believed that they denied him his ticket, that he won it. That is all the things we are saying. We say these things. We said it from the time immemorial, that they will never allow an Igbo man, even though they know he won. They knew, all of them knew he won. Because it is an Igbo man. Why they are not giving it up? They will say no. Instead of article, let it be fight between Yoruba and Igbo. And I am asking every one of you, if court handed over this power to Peter Obi, do you think you will remain in Lagos? Most of you in the north, do you think you will remain in the north? Their boy, Fadikayo, they have already told you that if they denied this, that they will make Nigeria ungovernable. Let us make the hair while the sun shines on Biafra. They want to mass Chinedu.
There were. And the last on this issue is about our leader. Our leader is going now 2 years, a little below 2 years, and he's still in the DSS dungeon, albeit that he was renditioned. Illegal abduction. Everything is clear, And the court, since October 13th, 2022, the Nigerian Appeal Court gave a verdict of discharge and acquitted. And here we are today. Our leader is still there. What do you think? What do you have to tell Biafrans about the case of our leader? The issue of our leader? Please, Mazi, go on. Mazi, do you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I heard you. I heard you very well. I didn't know I was still on mute. Mazi, the illegal detention of Mazen Nnamdi is the reason Biafrans, IPOB members came out in Aba to protest. It is because of the illegal detention, the extraordinary rendition. Mazi, from the time they lay hands on our leader, that mistake was done. I know it's not going to be an easy fight. And here we are today. 1 year, 8 months. I knew from the beginning, IPOB have to fight. Not like the way we have fought before. I knew that it's not going to be easy. But what gives me hope is how far we have gone. All the fight we have been able, the way we have controlled the struggle during the time of crisis till now, I start to reassure myself there is light at the end of the tunnel. The moment they get the court judgment, I knew it's a matter of time Mazen Nnamdi will be a free man. That's why we fought very ruggedly at any time he was, because what we wanted to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi is alive. That was the major thing. That's why we fought dirty. We fought from every angle to make sure they do not bring a lot of confusion and something happens to Mazen Nnamdi. So it will be, we wanted the coast to be clear. Let us be making sure what we are facing. And I think IPOB have done very well on that. Protect the integrity of Mazen Nnamdi, making sure at least that the lawyers and family members or other people who can be able to visit him in the DSS dungeon twice in a week, that they are doing so. All these things did not come easily. Everybody fought. The barrister, the legal team, Stefania Ejiofor and others, they fought for us to secure all these chances to be able to speak to Onyendu when he's not well. We can know when he's well. We know. Like today, he was visited. He still complained about the ear problem. The ear issue still persists. And we will continue to raise our voice to make sure that he gets the treatment he needs by his foreign doctor or his personal doctor, since the DSS do not want to bring in the doctors that are supposed to take care of that problem. It is our duty as an IPOB member, as IPOB principal officers, as IPOB worldwide, to make sure we continue to fight in any way. One thing people don't understand sometimes is that they thought fighting is where you come out on the street, you using gun, shooting, kill your own people, that you are making noise. That is some people how they are stupidity. That is how the scope of what they knew. Their scope is that come out on the street of Umpo, take somebody's car, tell him I'm taking your car because Mazen Nnamdi is in the detention. Ask yourself, does it make any sense? You are paying me this ransom for kidnapping because Mazen Nnamdi, you didn't support Mazen Nnamdi in the detention. That's why I'm taking this money. This is criminality. I'm burning your house because they told me you are working with the DOS. You are working with you people sued Mazen Nnamdi. You want to burn somebody's house, and this is how many of them have fallen because of that misconception, because of the lies and the blackmail, just because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I wonder when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, these cases will be facing him face to face for him to take decisions. People will come to him, families will visit him wherever they are. Some people that they took millions from them, they will come to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because when they are taking the money, they were telling them, I'm using it to support. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come back to us and ask us, why did this thing happen? I hope that every Biafran will say, from December 2021, Chinasa Nworu has been coming here to shout about criminality and all these things was what we were fighting against. Because we know they are doing this thing to keep Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They have said we are terrorists. The countries did not accept it. How are we terrorists? Now they started to sponsor people to carry a terrorist act in our land. They started to carry out criminal offenses, kill our own people, so that they can be able to achieve that aim they have failed to achieve when they labeled IPOB as a terrorist group. That is all what they are doing. And they are doing it because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still in the dungeon. And as they is still in the dungeon, they will never stop. But one thing is sure, how far we have come is what promises give me that confidence that sooner or later Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. It is something everybody, we must put him in our prayers. But what I'm asking of friends, don't do things to jeopardize what the leadership is doing. The leadership may not come and tell you everything because some of you may misinterpret, some of you may not know the genesis of what we are talking. Sometimes people thought that they know, but they know little. In as much as I know, the IPOB leadership is in possession of privileged information that is helping them to run the daily affairs of this movement, that is helping them to engage international community, that is helping them to manipulate things out when people want to bring up crisis inside IPOB. It is because we have many privileged information. It is because we are aware of something before it's coming. And when it comes, we say, oh, this is it. So this thing we have been waiting for, this is it. There are people that have that privilege, that they knows how the struggle is being paddled. And what I'm saying is this, dear friends, we must all be confident. Our protest must continue in diaspora. Anywhere we have to protest to show that country that we are not part of this criminal enterprise, we are not part of those committing crime, we have to go there and protest and make clarifications. We can never be tired because the moment we become tired, the enemies will succeed in what they want. Protest must continue. Winter is going already. I know between next month, places summer will step in or summer will start. We must go. Every country in Europe where we need to show them that IPOB is not a terrorist, where we have intel about people trying to connect us with criminality, people trying to say it is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that is committing these things, where Nigerian government has sent many damaging reports against IPOB. It is the duty of IPOB to conduct a protest in that country and to make sure that the country understands that IPOB is not a terrorist group. IPOB has never been a terrorist group. If we are a terrorist group, we will be protesting everywhere. If we're a terrorist group, we won't be going to court because terrorists don't go to court. Terrorists don't sue somebody to court. We are the most civil liberation movement around the world. And this is what Nigeria don't want to hear. This is what Nigeria don't want us to be able to move on. They know Biafra is inevitable. They say Nigeria is indivisible. But I'm telling them the coming of Biafra is inevitable. Whether they like it or not. The signs are there. They can only shout and scream. But at the end of the day, Biafra will be restored. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. That is the most important thing. What we are asking, any one of you, please remove the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in anything you are doing that is not legal in this movement. Anything that is legal and have the blessings of the leadership. Because what you can do can damage the name of IPOB. And we will go in for damage control. That time it might be too late. So what we are saying, anybody that is doing anything is not legal. Remove the name of Mazen Namdekano, remove IPOB and ESM from inside. We know our mission. We know why we are here. We know why we are fighting for nearly 10 years, this movement. And we know we are getting there. It is not an easy task, but by the grace of Chukwu Kikadiama, all our dreams and aspirations will be fulfilled. Mazi, Ndewo Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi. Mazi, I don't know whether we need to take, even if it is 2 or 3 question calls, or what do you think?
Okay, Mazi.
Okay, before that time, we go into a few minutes break. We will take 5 calls. 5 calls. You know?
Okay.
But let us go into a few minutes break so that when we come back, I will open the lines for 5 calls only.
Okay.
Please do not go away.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do have some time now for questions from the audience. I wonder if we should just take a few, and then we can respond to them all together. So, okay.
Thank you. I have a question. What's the difference between the U.S. debt and the debt that African nations own? Because the U.S. debt doesn't keep the U.S. from being one of the leading powers of the world, but then African nations can't make it because of that debt that is strangling them.
Should I talk? Okay. The first question is a very important question. What makes African and third world debt different from the American debt? Number one, America is never going to pay its debts. It doesn't have to. Its debts are in its own currency. We can simply print it. The African debt is not in its currency. The African debt is in US dollars. Africa has to earn the US dollars, and the only way it can earn the US dollars is not to be assassinated for growing its own food and becoming independent and doing something that the United States does not like. The principle underlying the foundation of the World Bank, the International Bank for IBRD, research, the World Bank, is that no country should grow its own food. Africa and the third world should only grow export crops. To export, in order to have an oversupply of cocoa and other tropical raw materials, to keep down the price, they must buy their grain from the United States or Europe, so that if they do something that we don't like, we can do what America tried to do to China in the 60s. We can sanction them. We can say, we're going to starve you. We're going to not export any grain to you. So owing their foreign debt in dollars means that they have to somehow sell something that the United States wants, not what they want. I think the most evil organizations in the world today are the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. And my book, Super Imperialism, that I wrote in 1972, is all about that. The largest purchasers of the book were the Defense Department and the CIA. I was immediately, the organization I worked for was given a $75,000, $85,000 Defense Department contract for me to come to explain to them how American imperialism worked, and they used it as a how to do it book. They thought it was just spontaneous, and I had written the book thinking that socialists and third world countries would do something about it, and indeed it was translated into Spanish English and other languages. But it was really the Defense Department that applied most of this. And I was amazed when I was invited to the White House to explain how imperialism worked. And my boss said, we've run rings around the British imperialists. This is how to do it. You make them owe the debts in your currency, not their own. You control their central bank and make them financially dependent on you, and then you've got a stranglehold for them. So certainly the third world countries should cancel the debts under the odious debt principle. I haven't been able to convince any of them to do it because they said if we do that, the CIA will kill us. So how do you break that cycle? That's a problem I've not been able to solve.
Yeah.
The other thing, when you were responding to the first question, there's also something we're suffering from in Africa, the devaluation of currency as another way of
devaluation of
the currency.
Oh. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Maz Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct with Maz Chinasa Nworu, a member of the Directorate of States. As I said, I will take only 5 calls, please. Only. Please. Another day, it might be only for calls even, so we limit the calls today. Please. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. You can call us now. Just 5 people, 5 calls, please. And I would have preferred the people that have questions to call. People that have questions to call. Nonetheless, if you have suggestion, it will be make it sharp, very fast, and brief. I have a first caller already there on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, you are there already. Welcome to the program. Mazi, I believe so. Mazi Anayo, can you hear me? Mazi Anayo, can you hear me? You are the first caller. Ndewo. Mazi. Mazi, go on. Ganiru, Mazi, go on. Yes, Mazi Anayo, Ganiru.
A na-ekele maazị Chinasa Nworu na-asị Chineke ya gozie ya jide ka o ji na onye asị ya na-egwu ya jide ka o ji na-eme ọfụma. Biko nwere ihe ụzọ ihe na-abụ ka mma jụrụ ya ka ọ kọwara anyị ọgba anyị ya o dozie ọ gbaziela anyị onu. Nọmba 1 mbụ ndị midia warrior chọrọ m ịkpa afa mmadụ na-agba. Biko ka ndị midia warrior ọ bụrụ na onwe ka ha si nwee obere esemokwu ka ha were nwayọọ webata ya n'ụlọ anyị like ihe DON dozie ya. Na ọ bụrụ ka ha nwee obere esemokwu ha nwere ichi anọda ha pụta na Facebook ịkparịkwazi onwe ha bụ ndị na ihe gbasara ihe Biafra bụ ọnọdụ ka preaching mmadụ preach word of God, mmadụ iwere ihe dị na John na-ekwu maka ihe dị na Genesis. Ọ bụrụ ị na-agwa anyị maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ọ nwere ihe ọ mee na aka ya dị ọcha echiri na ọnwa onye midia warrior ọzọ gbaga okwu na-apụta na Facebook na-akparịkwazi onwe. Bikonu ama na abawara onye ọrụ mba kịta ife onye ekwu mbụ ọ bụ na akwụrụ ya ụgwọ platform ya. Biko ka Maazị Chinasa Nworu ka akpọkọ ndị midia warrior na-anọ na Facebook ka tata bụrụ first and last onye nwe okwu ya sere iche anọda ha pụta na Facebook ịkparị onweba echi niile ndị ire were ihe na-ekwu okwu. Biko ka ọ dịresiela anyị nke ahụ ọfụma, very serious something. Biko ayọ ka anyị Chinasa Nworu. Ọzọ mbụ ọhụrụ na ihe mere na Liberia bụ ihe ya eme na Nigeria. The witness ya na this United Nation. Or whether them for United Nation for peacemaker, make a peace ya ofuma. I don't know say ndo mmadụ kwuo against them. Ihe ha mere na Liberia ka nji wee na-achọpụta mbọsị ịfụ yesterday ka ọnwa ụnyaahụ bụ na ha bata. Ihe mkpọfa mbụ na Antichrist abata bụ na ọgụ eseti na Nigeria. Biko ka ndị be anyị wuru anya don't trust United Nation. Ọ mụ kwurie. Adịma trust pa ndị a wuru ezigbo mmadụ, ndị a wuru peacemaker. Ha na-ele na-enye n'asụsụ anyị ka nsụkwara ya o. Ha na-azụ azụ na-egwu egwu. A sị na Antichrist ka m na-akpọ United Nations. They are the Antichrist on this earth. Afọ m ihe mere na Liberia. Ọ bụrụ ha nweta peace na Liberia. Ọ bịa wuru ekomọgụ nweta peace na Liberia. Liberia nụgide ọgụ jiri aka ha si n'ike agwụgwụ ha jee jụọ ihe sịrị ya ihe aghọta ihe m na-ekwu. Cheke na ebe United Nations dị bụ unu nwa obodo ole ha make peace. Mgbe ajefa ka ha bụ bịa lenụ. Ọ bụrụ na mụ makwa ihe niile ka o si dom ka m si wee kwu nka. Biko Maazị Chinasa Nworu ka o doziela anyị ibe gbasara ya nkwuru. Chineke gozie ujide ka iji. Thank you, sir.
Ndewo.
Nwanne Maazị Anayo ndewo. Okwu gị kwụ ọtọ. Ihe gbasara let me address these two topics you just raised up now. The first one is about the issue of religion. And before I end this program, there is an instruction the HOD gave me, and I will make it open on by the time I'm ending this program. It is one of the instructions he gave me as I'm going on air this evening. He wants me to make that clarification and let us take that step before he will come on air maybe at the end of the week, because he wanted things about this religion issue to, because for us in the leadership, because we know how to they divert people's attention. Let me make it very clear here. Religion is as old as human. I believe that what we're supposed to do, most of us who have understood the things behind religion, nobody forced us. It is through enlightenment, but not by fighting. It is through some words. When Mazen Namdekano say it on the radio, we go and research on ourselves. We start to ask questions. We didn't come out here and started fighting, even though at a point we know DJ Rezo at a point started fighting with him because of the religion. And Mazen Namdekano will come over the religion issue. He will throw it and make you to be curious. He will throw some things, drop them, people go and research. We don't dwell on them and started, causing. Religion is something that we have said it here on many occasions. If Biafra comes, people will be free. The religion that we are talking, even which one, as long as it's man-made, it is meant to control the people. Everybody wants to control somebody, especially people who use whether religion, whether politics, whether companies. People want to control people. Countries want to control people. And that is another part of control mechanism. We shouldn't come here and fight. It is going to take away. Our people should know one thing. You see America. The Americans don't think they are not watching us. This is the last card they want to play, and they won't play it with us, them and British. Their agent knows they can put division among us with religion. They do this by many churches, when our people, the problem with churches, when our people in the 80s, they go to America, Pentecostal started raining, all this, they came back with it. Everywhere get loose. In IPOB, it's not going to happen. Yes, it's good to educate people to understand because our people are falling deep. But that should not take us away from what we are fighting for. It shouldn't become something that we are going to dwell on. I had said it on radio last time. The issue of religion should be kept away. For me and the leadership, we feel it has been abused. The opportunity given for people or giving people to discuss about the religion to educate our people, it has been abused. And for that reason, we will take it down for now. Everybody must focus on what is at hand. The release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the need for us to continue to mount pressure on the international communities over the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who has been discharged and acquitted by the Nigerian Appeal Court. We cannot afford at this particular time, imagine that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is outside, or if somebody goes inside and told him what we are doing outside now is religion, talking about, he will be happy. He will not accept that. So for that reason, Mazi, we heard what you said, and I think I have spoken to people already, but after this broadcast, if we need to make more moves to speak to some people, the need for them to understand that they are losing focus and the enemy can see it as an open door to engage in what we are doing. By the time we understand, we are now drawing sword against who is pure and who is not pure. That is one thing. Secondly, the topic you talk about, the UN, what you said is very correct. We know their activities in during the Rwanda genocide. They came and supervised all the whole thing happened. We knew what is happening in Congo. We knew what is happening in many places they are. But what we are saying is this: we are not welcoming them with our both hands. But what we are saying is, let us first get the information, the actual fact, before we make any move, before we cause unnecessary tension, because we do not like where you will start talking from what we talk now, UN is this, UN, the enemies, we found a window and they will do something. We are already fighting one thing and we don't want people to open that window because it is from our utterances that the enemies will step in. It is what we are going to say on radio. It will be our outburst. We make, the government say, these people are against these people. Let us say, the enemies, okay. Tell them, you see this thing we told you, these people are terrorists. They attack you. They do that. We know why we are saying that. That's why we tell everybody, let us be very, very careful. Yes, we know what they did in Sierra Leone. ECOMOG went there because UN could not do. Many places UN are. In Haiti, we hear what they do. They come, they abuse the young ladies there. They can even bring sickness. It is everywhere. But Mazi, the thing is this. As they have come in our land. That thing that makes the white people could not subdue us and take over our land. That thing that makes them to say that Biafra land is the white man's grave. That's why it was very difficult for the white people to colonize, and they stay there like they stay from South Africa to many places. That reason why Muslims could not enter our land. We never allow any foreign mission that is coming into our land to kill us, to dominate us because of who we are, because of our natural resources, because of their hatred. Maybe they think the world is wiser now. We are wiser than in 1967 to 1970. And I think we should not jump to any conclusion. That's why I say, if we can be able to be very smart, to monitor, gather intels, know what is happening, we will see before, because our people abuse things. There is a way you raise up this topic now. I'm telling you, both big and Harry, everybody, assumption, fabrication of lies, we turn everything upside down. The picture and the reason why they are there will no more be clear to us. Thank you so much.
They were. I have other callers waiting. I want to pick call that is coming on direct line. Yes. Mazi, the bottom line of like what our brother say on the first issue, personal attack on between media warriors. He said personal attack. People are attacking themselves personally.
Mazi,
Yeah,
that is what, because their faith, what people believe, that is the reason. Not everybody can handle criticism, especially when it comes to faith. Just faith. When you make some people, if you make mockery of their faith, that is why you see people sometimes they can kill, because you make mockery of their faith. You know what Islam, Muslims can do sometimes when you do certain things. The same way some Christians, there are also some radical Christians who can do anything because of their faith. You know also how Hindus, they behave sometimes when you make mockery of their gods. Mazi, it is religion is associated with human being, associated with faith. Not everybody. You can accept some mockery, you can accept some caricature, but not everybody can do that. In as much as it's religion, we have to respect everybody's belief, because we may find ourselves working in the same office, being in the same institution. Maybe you are in the military, different faiths. People are holding God. You can't mock their faith, because it can be very, very disastrous. We have to understand that, and that is one thing we have to maintain. We are not the first people. Religion is in our place, and we are not. The religion is as deep as the ocean. You can understand. The more you go, the more you understand scripts, written, how it has been edited, how it has been used to control people. What we do is to enlighten our people, but we don't want people to take it out of context. And if it's trying to go out of context, we call it off.
There were. Caller on, let me see, was Signal. You have been there 14 minutes plus. Welcome to the program. Program. You are the second caller. I'm counting 5. 5 callers. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal. Caller on Signal, can you hear me? Please go on. I don't know. Somebody will be waiting. Caller on Signal. Are you not hearing me? Are you not hearing me?
Thank you, Professor Jonathan. Good evening from my side.
There we go.
I remain your brother Mazi Celestine Ogba. Yes, Professor Jonathan. I can hear you well. Good evening from here. I am Mazi Celestine Ogba, right here in Akwa Ibom. Professor Jonas, I'm talking to you. I don't know if it's from my side. Yeah. Good evening from here. I am Mazi Celestine Ogba, and I call from the coastal region, Akwa Ibom precisely. Good evening, Mazi Chinasa Nworu Apr. My question is simple. This dangerous weapon that has been helping IPOB, and that dangerous weapon that we use is the operational mechanism of C&C, command and the control. And over the time, it seems that C&C, our operational mechanism of C&C is dropping. And these are reasons some of our men were killed in the protest that we had a few days ago in Aba. Mazi, not only that, it was the reason some enemies are penetrating this very movement. Mazi, my question is, what can the leadership do to enhance the operation or to enhance the C&C structure, or to improve the efficiency of this C&C structure? Because I feel that it will go a long way to strengthen this very movement. If people have to remain in their lane, if people cannot cross their red line, if people have to listen to their superior, if order flows from the top to bottom, Mazi, if this principle is not abused, it will go a long way to help this movement. What can the leadership do to strengthen it? That's my question, Mazi.
There we go. Mazi Chinasa.
Mazi, thank you so much for Mazi. Your question is very clear. The leadership has always making sure that the principal officers, people sometimes tends to be stubborn or tends to behave. It doesn't behave the way they like, maybe out of emotion or when they feel that they know it all. That is why when people do things that are against the CNC, especially sometimes you see people being suspended, you see people being expelled from IPOB. Those are the things, those are the mechanisms already put in place. But at the same time, some people do things, I will not say ignorantly, because they will feel that they know better. They don't see anything wrong in what they are doing. That's why you see some people make some, deadly mistakes due to the level they understand what they are doing. Because if you say they do it ignorantly, I will not fully accept that. Because sometimes you see where people are proving a point what they don't know, especially like you see them picking up what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, hold it as a point and continue to make their argument. In this particular case, you need to convince the person. When he fails to understand, that is when you will bring in. First is awareness. And I am very, very sure every IPOB member who is under every principal officer, they understand what IPOB means. They know what we stand for. But I know that in some critical time, some of them tends to be more confused because they lack information. Sometimes people are making wrong decisions because they are not following up what is happening. Sometimes information might have come and go. After 48 hours, somebody comes up to talk about that particular thing that is already past. Mazi, we will continue to educate and inform our people the need to maintain discipline, maintain this command and control, and maintain every rules and regulation of IPOB. What we are doing is not that it is. Why we are very strict on these things is one mistake can take somebody's life. Like what we give example in Abba. A simple mistake, a simple disobedience can be very disastrous. And I can tell you, all of them that came out for these things, they came with passion. They came to protest for the release of their leader. They came to protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And at the same time, if mistakes are done, I hope they have learned a very difficult one. And the things that the leadership will do is not something we are coming to discuss on air. The leadership will apply every measure to make sure that what happened in Aba is not going to happen again. So that if anything is happening, we must be very so that we prepare. This is not 2017. This is not 2018. IPOB, ESN is presently, especially ESN, they are armed. The world knows that we are armed because of the Fulani Hesi. And we cannot make any mistake. Because any mistake that is done, I'm telling you, this mistake will take lives. And that is what we don't want it to happen. Thank you, Mazi.
There we go. Let me try to pick call from direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Are you there? Can you hear me? There we go on, please.
Yeah, my name is Moses. I'm calling from Ghana.
There we go.
Please, I would like to ask some questions to Moses now.
That is why you
my one question is, what can the leadership do to stop this killing at Finland for what he's doing? Because if you may not understand this thing, if you may not understand
Mazi, repeat your question. What is the leadership doing on what? Mazi, repeat your question, please.
It wasn't clear. Repeat it again.
What can the leadership do to stop that criminal at Finland? Because that man is doing a lot of damage to our people here. Like for example, now like one of my brother now was talking about Biafra to him, and he said that during the election, that one guy like that opened out and said that he should not vote, and for that reason he hate Biafra. And some of our people that hate, if you talk about Biafra to them, they say because of that, some of them are not aware that that guy is not fighting for Biafra to win. So I think that it's very, very imperative for them to pay more light about that, because it's causing a lot of damage to our people. And so, and I again, secondly, another question is, you know that let me say 80 or let me say 70% of Biafrans, they do not depend on oil. So another thing, and I think that because of the oil and the natural resources that is in Biafra, and that makes this area of Britain, they don't want us to give us our freedom. I'm asking whether is there anything the leadership can do if it is the oil this thing they have, they should give it us. We need freedom. They don't depend on oil or anything. And many of us see the oil is not because of other things. So we really need that. So freedom is what we need. So that's another question.
There were Mazi. Okay, just listen. Mazi Chinasa, please go on.
Yeah, Mazi, I want to tell that our brother, he said about the problem. That's why at the beginning of this thing, I said there is no other way than sensitization. To sensitize our people. That's why leadership is making every effort to make sure that the radio transmitters that we are bringing in now is covering a wider range of every area we drop that transmitter. We want people to continue to listen to Radio Biafra. That's the only way they will understand. That's what I said it here. The way people now, due to things that have happened between Olo, Osuhituka, Axis, Ihiala, all these places, Anambra South, people, because of the level of criminality that is being carried out against our people, and being supported by some people claiming these are IPOB, which they are not, because they are using it. But they know people fear IPOB. They know people are afraid of ESN. They know. So they are using that name. They know this is a security outfit that people respect. When you talk about ESN, the world respects them. So there is nothing they can do than to see a way to tarnish the image. If he is man enough, let him stand on his own. So my brother, what happened is this. Your area encourage people to listen to Radio Biafra, because constantly those who listen to Radio Biafra will understand that this person is not an IPOB member, he's not working for the restoration of Biafra, he's not working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is one thing you have to understand. He is not working for them. And the continuous listening of Radio Biafra will clear many doubts about them. Mazi, for the oil and Britain, there is no need. That is a very, if we start that discussion, only God knows when it's going to end. Everybody knows that the Britain is one of the hands that is holding us down. I know if I say something now, maybe this radio broadcast, you know, last time I wrote in Facebook, I said they will cut their hand, they block me. If I say now that hand holding Biafra, maybe they will block, they will not allow this program to replay on radio on Facebook. They will say there is hate speech. But one thing is this, any hand that is holding the restoration of Biafra, that hand must be chopped off, and Biafra must be let go. We are in the 21st century. The world have opened their eyes. We have seen things. Biafrans have traveled wide and far, and we have realized that indeed we are under enslavement through the British, even though the Fulanis are the one we are seeing. What we are saying is this: we must restore Biafra, whether Britain is involved, whether oil is involved. We are not fighting for Biafra because of oil. We are not fighting for Biafra because of, we are fighting for our freedom because it is our human right. Self-determination is enshrined in the United Nations Charter and African Union Charter. It is our right when we feel that we do not belong to an entity that we are trapped in. It is our right to seek for our freedom. It is a universal right, and nobody can stop us for that. As long as Biafrans have decided to leave Nigeria, nobody, no amount of oil, no amount of anybody can be able to stop. This is the decision of the people, and we are working towards it. So whether Britain likes, I don't have anything to do with oil. Millions of Biafrans don't even see the oil. Talk less of, we have not benefited from the oil. So what are we talking? In that case, my brother, don't worry whether Britain is there or oil is there. All we are doing are adding up. Everything IPOB is doing, even the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have explained, it has shown the world what Nigeria is made of. Their election and that is the things mounting pressure on them. The world has started to agree with IPOB that there is nothing called Nigeria as a country, that this country cannot stand the test of time. A country built on false foundation can never last as long as the will of the people that they want a separate nation persists. It is just a matter of time that country will collapse. Already it is collapsing already.
There were. Even his first question, what I will add there is this. He say some people didn't know that this and that this person, this people is not a IPOB, that this and I will say to that, ignorance is not an excuse. If you commit a crime, now you go to court, they tell you, you say, no, I didn't know. It doesn't exonerate you. Because as long as you're in that court, you're supposed to know. It's you that have to find out. You try to know. So ignorance, feigning ignorance, I didn't know that it doesn't bring exoneration to a crime. So that is why people should be encouraged into listening to Radio Biafra so that you don't make mistake. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be second to last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? You have been here since 25 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp, please off your listening device, please. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Please talk to me off your listening device or move away from there. By this time, I don't know why we are still being told this type of thing. I don't know. Please go on. Call on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? The whole world is hearing you. You are listening to your radio instead of talking. I've been yelling, shouting since. Please go on.
Jonathan and Mazi Chinasa, I greet you all my people. Dalo Notisie Nike. Yes, I'm Wanda calling from Lagos. Please, my question will be based on this census. Don't we think that this Zoo government will also rig the census, just like the way the British has already taught them, and there is no going back on that? You know, I know that really our people have to travel. Like for me, even if I was not able to travel then, there is nothing will make me to agree to be counted here in Lagos. I will never be counted. I and my family. But I will try all I could to travel. So my question now is that, don't you think that this Zoo government will do all they could as they have been doing to still, you know, bring our population as if we are still the lowest in this country? And again, based on what our first caller said about our media warriors fighting on the net, like today, I went through the YouTube. I saw one of our Wanda, you know, saying a lot of things against one of our brother in South Africa, that he called her a prostitute, this. I was like, what? Why would they bring out their personal issue on the social media? So please, it's very, very important that the leadership has to look into it, because it's very bad that they have to come on, you know, on air, and everybody is just hearing what she was saying, insulting, you know, saying a lot of things. Please, we have to do something about it, because it is an insult on Biafrans that whenever they have a little issue, they will bring it for all the world to hear what we are, you know, watching our dirty linen to the public. Ndewo no dalo. Love you guys.
There were.
Thank you so much. One thing is this: Asinaga Hepembabu Aregog. But the issue of census, I'm happy that a sister who understands what we are talking about is have already made up her mind that she will be going home, and that is what we expect. That means the message, our people are grabbing it. That is also one thing where it is another phase. As we are pushing our people, we will make sure we will understand as time goes on. We will understand how their modus operandi they are going to count this census. We are going to understand their system. I know they will never come to tell us about beavers, super beavers. As time goes on, within this month, before the distinct, everything they bring out, we will educate people on Radio Biafra here, so that people will understand the way they count, the way they be able, I think those population will be also made. This one, they're not going to vote anybody. We know Nigeria can do anything. But one thing is, we must participate. When we participate, or when our people leave Lagos, and Lagos is empty, like the way it used to be in Christmas time, let us see what they will do. Let us see where they will bring those population. Let us see what will happen. Sometimes we have to take some bold steps without knowing what will be the final end. But we know as a country like Nigeria, don't be surprised if they hear that our people are moving in mass. They will tell you they will suspend, that they didn't see money to carry out the census. But we are not going to allow those nonsense to happen. Myself, we need to move. When we move, we will follow up the way it is being counted and make sure that is where our people must participate. If IPOB is everywhere, we can also collect data of how many people were counted in every community. We are going to be there. They will follow and we will have our own record. We will collect IPOB, we make sure that in everywhere as they are counting, we will have our own record. In this community, this is the number of people that we are counted, and this is the number of people that is living in this community. We will do our best to have our own record so that it will help us also in our own planning. It is not voting that is going to help us in planning. That is one thing we have to do. Then for
before you continue, something really needs to be, Nigeria they play one type of devilish politics with these warrant chiefs they call Ezendibo in Lagos, in Kano, they can corner them and meet them. Telling our people, assuring our people that no, they will get, what I'm trying to say is, we need to also do something. Watch all these Ezendibos. They are the main problem. I could remember, I think 2019, I could remember vividly. Because, I even said it here on the plot. I read the news. Ezendibo in parts of the north, they banned the 2019 election. They banned our people. They threatened our people not to go to the east, not to travel. They say, if you travel to go and vote in your various in the east, now you make sure you have lost your shop. It was a threat through all people.
Yes, Maz, we want them to come up with that threat again. These things are very good. Let them come up with that threat. Let them come up with that threat. You lose your shop. Let them come up with those threats. We want them to come up with those threats. We are not going to deter. Those threats are not going to stop us, and we are not going to sell people because they say you lose your shop. So you know already now, if somebody bring that threat, you come back, let them say you lose your shop because you went for census. Let them come up with those threats.
Yes, okay. Caller on Mazi Chibuike. Can you hear me, Mazi Chibuike? Not him. Can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi. Hello, Mazi Jonathan. I can hear you. Good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, Mazi Nworu. Here is the Chibuike Nodim. I'm calling from Bern, Switzerland. I have not much to say. I just want to add my voice in what is going on. precisely towards the angle of the religion side. This religion, as Maazi Nworu has initially made mention of, it is a very deep stuff. I have a member here in Ben. He's not speaking with direct mom for over years now because of he made ill-spoken against Mary. And the mother said, if because of the money you are bringing to me, that we make you speak against my virgin mind, then abandon you and abandon your. This is the angle Maazi Nworu trying to allude. The religion is deep, very, very deep.
Maazi, I don't know whether are you using earpiece? Your voice is ceasing sometimes, please.
No, just that there is a call coming into your system.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes, go on.
So, that is the whole of where Maazi Nworu is coming. That something caused this to happen. That the mother could reject the son because he tries to direct her of where she is going, but due to ignorance, abandon him and abandon everything he brings. The reason for that is ignorance. So that leads to my question, Maazi Nworu. Is it not better for people who are trying to educate these ignorant ones? Because the reason the mom did this is because she is ignorant. Is it not better, as we have awakened, the very few of us has awakened, that we saw that there is something fundamentally wrong in the brain because of wrong indoctrination? Is it not better for the likes of Chinedu Jonathan and Methuselah, without abuse, without criticism of the religion, to try to explain to our people what went wrong all this while and why our people are behaving the way they do? This is just the question I have this evening. Thank you so much.
There, Maazi.
This topic of religion, Maazi Chinedu have been doing it for many years now. He has been enlightening people and people are waking up. Methuselah, all of them have been doing a great job on this. But one thing is this, there is time for everything. This is not the time we want the religion to be the focal point of what we are doing. That is the main thing I'm saying. That is the major thing I am saying. It is not the focal point. It is something, that's why I said by the end of this program, I have an instruction given to me by the HOD to make sure we remove, because we have other things. For now, we need to focus on the things that are very, very pertinent to what we are doing. The invasion of our land by the Fulani herdsmen, the unconditional release of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the ones that are very, very important. Like I said before, most times people misinterpret. They have been doing a good job on radio, on social media, and there are people that are being liberated. They're being liberated, those who want to. But presently, we are going to suspend that particular topic because we have something in our hand. That is the most important thing. They will continue doing it in the level, but on our radio, we want to put this topic of religion on hold for now until let us pass this particular stage. We are in a very critical state and we are not going to fight from that front. That is the most important thing.
Caller on let me see, WhatsApp. You are the last caller. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? On WhatsApp, can you hear me? You are the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Go on, Maazi. Go on then. Go on. You are calling.
pick your call, then continue. Go on.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I'm trying to understand whether it's in me or another person. Okay, see, thank you for the allow me to speak my mind. From my experience and what I'm here this night, I'm trying to understand that the leadership is not having a. It's not that I'm putting it for them more, but I'm trying to for him to educate us more. The leadership is not having a meeting with the media warrior. That's number one. Number two, because I have two questions. Number two, I am a victim for last protest that happened in Biafra land. My brother is one of them that died. Our leader make a explanation, and the leadership will let us understand that anything that we are doing, we need to obey rules and regulation. So, and I want to understand that is it the leadership is not obeying the rules and regulation for them not to allow the protest to conduct in the Biafra because our leader have cancelled it. That's my two questions. Thank you.
I don't know whether you listened to the explanation. Mazi, go on.
I hope you get me clear.
Yes. Mazi Chinasa, please go on.
Mazi, I'm so sorry to hear that your brother was one of those people that lost their life on that protest.
Very terrible.
Very painful to hear that. And I will tell you one thing on air. I don't know where you are calling from, but I would like to have your record. We will make sure that every respect that your brother deserves and others will be given so that they can be led to rest. I can assure you that. Very clear. That is the tradition in IPOB. We don't, no matter what happens. But I want to also make it clear for you that I don't want you to, whatever I will say here, I don't want you to put any blame on your brother who have died for the struggle or feel pained more than the one you have felt. My brother, in a very simple way, the IPOB leadership did not authorize the protest that happened. We were not decide. We banned protest before election in Biafra land. That was exactly what happened. And I don't want, and those who are behind the protest, they have some questions, they have some queries to answer. And I can tell you that, yes, the people that protested, they didn't protest in bad faith. They wanted to protest. They said everywhere is, and they want to do something so that people will know that people are also have not forgotten man Nnamdi Kanu. Everything have time, everything have strategy. There is a time you will do the protest, it won't give the desired result. That is exactly what happened. Number two, you asked about the people for the leadership if they are not having meeting with the media people. We do. There is somebody in charge of the media, Mazi and I can tell you these issues, he have addressed it. He has spoken to people, but that is one thing our people normally do. When the devil wants to knock, he starts coming. Pride will come in. They won't understand the danger. They won't know where they are going. They will not think how those people ego have come in. When you say it's enough, they won't listen to that. I can tell you the leadership. Mazafoma is the head of the media, and this report have gotten to his table. And I'm sure he has contacted those who are involved and asked them to put a break on all these things. We will continue to make sure we bring sanity to the house. That is one thing I have to tell you. We are dealing with human beings and not animals. Very difficult set of people. That's why I talk about faith. People can fight and die for their faith. Like we take Biafra as our religion, some people also take their religion just the same way.
Womazi, I think this is where we are going to switch off the phones. Otherwise, we continue and continue and continue.
You know, we say 5 calls, but I think I've taken either 7 calls now, please. So you have to continue towards making your closing remarks so that we can proceed to closing the program. There, Mazi.
Okay, Mazi Chinedu Ndewo. Thank you so much. Biafrans and all lovers of freedom, we have come to the end of this program. But before we part up from this radio program this evening, I want to give you people a message of hope, message of encouragement that we should not back down at this 11th hour. We have fought for over 10 years for the restoration of Biafra, this generation of Biafra, this IPOB. We fought in 2015, we fought in 2016, 17, 18, 19, till this moment, and we continue fighting. For some, this fight is not making sense for them, but for many, we have come a very long way. And for the fact that we are not ready to jeopardize this struggle because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention and the Biafra is not yet restored, but we are seeing the signs that Biafra is very close. We do not want things that will bring disorganization inside this movement. We do not want things that will bring crisis inside this movement. And in the couple of weeks from now, a couple of weeks ago, we have realized that the issue of religion has become something that is taking us away from where and what we are doing. Based on the powers given to me by Mazi Chikedozie, the head of the Directorate of State, I am announcing to this evening that from today henceforth, the Saturday program on the religious issues is hereby suspended for now, and that particular timing will be used for program for the return of our people every Saturday. Until this tension is down, we will be able to find out a more convenient time to be used for mainly on the message, the gospel, to make sure that our people are returning home. And it doesn't stop, but it will be a special program. We try to talk to people to make sure that that particular religion will not drift us from what we are doing. But the steps we have taken, still some people are not. Therefore, it doesn't mean that people cannot talk about issue, anything they have concern, but that particular program, we are keeping it old, and they use that slot to talk about the return of our people. And also, you know you are an IPOB media personnel, that you are engaging in speaking about religion, fighting one another, religion. Remember, you are not doing the struggle any good. We ask you this night to desist, that if you feel you don't want to respect the rules and regulation of this movement, you do not want to belong to this group because of religion issue, please kindly put your resignation, or the leadership will take a drastic step towards your activities. To this end, dear friends, I call every one of you to remain resolute, remain strong. We are in a battle that a lot of sacrifice is needed. A lot of strength, time, mind, emotional torture. All these things will be sacrificed for freedom. Many of us, families are devastated. Businesses are shattered. Dreams that we had have been kept on hold because all of us are fighting for the restoration of Biafra. And no dream will be bigger than the restoring our own nation called Biafra. Therefore, Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, from this evening, I have heard all I have said and the information given by the leadership based on religion. From tomorrow, we are not going to take it lightly. This is an announcement. It has been made. For those who did not hear it, please cut off this particular part and hand over to them. We do not want religious discussions that are bringing more division in what we are doing. It is a tool of division and we will not allow it to happen. The family, when we say IPOB, one family, we mean it. And we will not like religion to come and divide this lovely family. Therefore, my friends and all the lovers of freedom, may Chukwukadam bless every one of you for keeping up this night to listen to this program. It's unfortunate we do not have more time for question and answers, but in our next program, we will even make it more open for question and interactive program. Once again, my name is Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State, and I come from Obingwa Isenaba province.
Ndewo, Mazi. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this is where we are going to end. Many people are still calling, but tomorrow is another day, please. As we say, as I said, 5 calls, and I have taken more than 5 calls anyway. So, we continue. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is who we are, is our identity. Therefore, from me, Miles Jonathan, from here, it is simply good evening.
Yeah.